came out, I was in shock. Billion loops is views. I was the most viewed person in the world on Vine. Most important lesson, why don't you just try to prove the people that believe in you right? And that's it. I started at 16, and then at 18, I got known. So I posted videos every single day, not for anything, because I liked it.
Venture capitalist and the host of In Search of Excellence, which I started to motivate and inspire us to achieve excellence in our lives. My guest today is the incredible Lele Pons. Lele is an actress, writer, producer, director, single, model, brand ambassador, and is one of the most important content creators of all time. She has 54 million followers on Instagram, 39.1 million followers on TikTok, and has 18 million subscribers on her YouTube channel. She currently stars in The Secret Life of Lele Pons, a YouTube docuseries that provides a look at her personal life, and is a host of the podcast Best Kept Secrets with Lele Pons on Spotify. Lele, thanks for being here. Welcome to In Search of Excellence.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, good. I mean, you're amazing. So it's like, you know, I'm a long way to be like you.
Oh, that's, I'm grateful to say that. That's so nice of you to say. So let's start with your family. You were born in Venezuela. Your dad was an architect, your mom was a pediatrician.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the influence they had on you as a child.
I think that, as you know, sometimes like they were always like such amazing parents, but not just them, just also my grandparents. My whole family is very, very together. And they have they've always been super supportive in everything, even the things they don't understand, you know? So since I was a little girl, I was the only child, and what does that mean? You're spoiled, you know. It's, you know, so I had a really good childhood thanks to them. So the way that I am the way that I am today because of them.
And did you see your parents working hard? They were both professionals. Did you say one day, I need to be a professional? I mean, those are
like an architect, a doctor, a viner. Like, what is that? That's not a thing. That wasn't a thing. So I didn't know what I wanted to be. No, I had no idea yet.
Did they tell you, I just wanted to be your best, I wanted you to be happy in what you were doing?
I want you to be happy. That's the type of parents that they were like, I just want you to be happy. Like, literally, my dad was like, if you want to, it doesn't matter what you want to do as long as, like, you're happy with it.
Let's talk about your grandparents in Venezuela. They had a lot of money.
They didn't. They were very poor.
They were, so at some point, someone owned tractors.
Yes, so they were like, my grandparents, my grandma and my grandfather were in Italy, and they were in a small town. They were like, they had nothing, like very, very, very poor. And my grandfather got the first, this is Toby, got the first boat to Venezuela, just, you know, like just to see how how to get jobs to work. And it took them a while, but he like brought tractors to like this town in Venezuela called Tourette. Like, he started it all. So he built a business over a year and years and years, and then yes, he definitely gained like popularity there and money, but it came from like a very like it wasn't like my whole family from before that never. I think he started it. Thanks to him, like, our family changed.
Well, sometimes bad things happen when people have money. You were kidnapped when you were 5 years old.
Bro, yeah.
Can you tell us about that? That's crazy. When you
I know
it's
really crazy. I don't remember. I wish my mom was here, because obviously I was a child. But yeah, no, you know, sometimes like they wanted, you know, if they kidnapped, they were like, okay, well, let's set her free if you give us the money. So luckily everything turned out good, and we left to the States, and I was very young. I was 6 when that happened. So it was like, it was in that moment that, thank God it happened at that moment, because it's like, I'm learning everything in that moment, you know, like learning how to speak, going to school, like, so it was hard, because I was very confused with what was going on. No, you know, when you're little and you're like, you don't understand what happened, why we're here, how long we're gonna stay. They just tell you we're gonna be here for a little. They tell you things to calm you down, but then like, it takes a turn on you when you start seeing, like, you don't see your friends anymore, your grandma, because they live there, you miss them, so. Yeah.
Did your mom ever tell you what exactly happened? Did they snatch you off the street, throw you in a car?
No,
do anything like that?
No, she doesn't go into details. My mom is like very, very like attached to her past. My mom is very sad. Like, every single time she talks about Venezuela, she's very sad, because she really loved Venezuela, because she knew she was born there. She lived most of her life there. I wish I would have been able to live more there in Venezuela. I mean, I didn't make the decision to move, but sadly I moved. But I am super grateful because I have the life that I have today, and because I moved here. It's the truth. I mean, I think that everything happens for a reason.
So you moved here, you had to learn the language, and at some point you started to develop some medical problems.
Yeah, so Jesus. Okay, so I moved, and then I moved here, and then all of a sudden, my parents got divorced at age 7.
We'll talk about the reasons in a little while, but they
so this is happening. Yeah, this is happening.
Right.
Yeah, this is happening like all over the place. So this is first. I move the year after my parents get divorced. 2 years after I get diagnosed with many things. You start seeing it at a young age. So my parents were like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And the lady who was my therapist, but not for like my mental health, for just like as a doctor for like my parents, like, a therapist, like to cope with a divorce.
Yeah.
She said, she was like, there's something off here with her. She's doing a couple of things that I know what it is, so I'm gonna just refer you to another woman that can diagnose you. And then it was Katia Moris, and she did. I don't know how old I was, like 2 years, 3 years after. And yeah, everything. I mean, it was getting bad. It was getting really bad. I feel like I have many things, many things I don't even talk about because I'm like, just don't talk about so much. But OCD, very severe OCD, very mild Tourette's. I have anxiety, depression. I mean, I've never really talked about this, but I feel like many people probably know, but a little, I actually not a little, bipolar disorder, like very intensely too. And I'm telling you, like, I'm very grateful for the 17 years or 18 years that I've been in therapy and drinking my medication, because I'm so much better than I was before. And when people are like, yeah, but you're so good, you're good. No, I was 9 when I started. My God, I don't know anything but therapy, but medication, So I have to give it to my parents who found the therapist, my doctors, myself. I have to, because you have to be willing to want to get better. But I was pretty bad. Many things I've done in my life that I it wasn't easy because of the conditions that I had. But
well, I think it's important to talk about them because you're a role model.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people, mental health now has become at the forefront of our lives these days.
Yeah.
And when famous people come out, there's so many people who say, gosh, I hope you're enjoying this video so far, but before we jump back in, I want to know if you've ever thought about what you need to do to reach the next level of success in your life. Over the last 25 years, I've been an advisor to more than 50 companies. I've invested nearly 100, including Google, Lyft, and Seagate. And I also co-founded a company that today is worth more than $15 billion. I've been incredibly blessed in my journey, and at this stage in my life, I want to give back. I want to share the lessons I've learned so you can reach incredible success way faster than I did. In my own journey, I've learned that having the right mentor is a massive advantage to achieving our goals. I'm hugely passionate about mentoring others, and I'm looking for a few hungry entrepreneurs who are excited to take action on their journey to incredible future success. So if that's you, I've got an opportunity. In the description of this video, there's a link where you can apply to work with me. All you need to do is answer a few simple questions, and if you're a good fit, my team will reach out so we can build a game plan together. All right, now let's get back to the video. If that person can talk about it, then I should probably talk about it and get help.
Yeah.
OCD, you put a pillow over your face, held your breath for a minute because you thought...
Oh my God, I've done even worse things than that. Yeah,
Right.
OCD was insane.
So talk about, first of all, for those people who don't know what it is, what is it? What are the things that you did?
Yes.
And how did it affect your daily life? I mean, every second of every day.
So there's like so OCD is basically, it's an urge, it's a feeling. It's a feeling that you have to do something. If you don't do it, it's not just like, oh, I want to clean because like I don't like that it's a mess. No. If you don't do it in a ritual way, in a specific way, it could be religious. Like let's say you want to touch something 3 times because you for the Holy Spirit, for example, for me, something bad's gonna happen if you don't do it. Something bad's gonna happen to your mom. Something bad's gonna happen to your dad. Something bad is gonna happen. It's like, and then there's like many layers to it. There's physical. Like before, I was more physical. I would touch 3 times. I would do things 3 times. Then it was like mental. I would think things. It had to be perfect thinking. It had to be like, then it's an obsession of just like, I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do it. Like nobody notices, but they're like, I have to do this. And it's just, it's the I have to. When you say I have to, that's when you know it's like, no, that's OCD. You don't have to do that. You don't have to touch. When I would talk to my therapist, I was like, I have to touch. I have to do this. I have to. And then also the fear of the unknown. What if I don't do this? Will my mom die? Or like it's a lot of things, you know? OCD is very complex, very. And I learned everything, like it's like OCD goes near, it's like it goes very well with anxiety, and it goes very well with depression. Everything is aligned. Everything is very together. So yeah, I've had it very severely. It's caused me many problems in my career as well. Yeah, but it also has made me strong in other ways.
So we talked about putting a pillow over your face, holding your breath for 30 minutes, or for 60 seconds, or
Yeah.
you felt you're maybe going to die. For those people who don't know as well, what do you mean about touching doors? Because I read at some point as well that you had to touch a door 3 or 4 times, then you didn't want to touch doors. But for
Listen,
what else can it be for those people?
For those people, it's like it has to feel, the touch is like, it has to feel, it doesn't even have to, it has to feel perfect. If I touch this one time, I'm like, that wasn't perfect enough. I'm gonna do it one more time. And that becomes, okay, another time. That wasn't perfect enough. We don't even know what perfect, but it's what we feel. So you don't know what I feel, you know? So it's like, it's this urge of doing things religiously, ritually, multiple times until it feels right. That's what OCD is. And it's very, you can definitely manage it. You can control it with therapy over time, but there's no cure with it. And you can, yes, they're definitely manageable. You can decrease it yeah, for sure. I'm a living proof. I've done it.
So what age were you when you first saw these symptoms? And
I was 9. I was 9, 8, 9, and I couldn't get, like, it all started when, like, I was in school. I was very, very nervous. Sometimes, like, OCD for me comes when I'm really nervous. Many times it gets stronger. It's always there. But I was taking a test, and like my pencil fell, and I picked it up. And the way I picked it up, I didn't like it. I was like, I didn't pick it up right. I had to pick it up. It has to feel good to pick it up. The weirdest, you know how it is. It's just like, it's like the feeling is like, you know, when, like, literally when you imagine leaving a baby in the car and you're seeing it, you have to open the door, getting out. That's how bad the feeling is. It's like as if leaving, like, it's insane. It's like you have to, like, open the door. Like, in reality, you don't have to. I know that, but the feeling is too strong. I do it again. Even, like, I'll do it. I'll do it again. I'll do it again. I'll do it until I feel comfortable. OCD is about feeling comfortable. So exposure therapy is one of the ways to, manage the OCD. So if I feel comfortable touching this 3 times, right? Then my therapist will say, okay, exposure therapy, touch it 2 times instead of 3, because mine is 3. And I was like, okay, I'll touch it 2 times. And then I would go crazy. I had to touch it 1 more time. 1 more. If I didn't, I shake, sweat, everything. And it's just, you have to do exactly the opposite of what your mind is telling you. And if you're saying, like, oh, I'm this, tomorrow is good. Let's say tomorrow my mom's gonna die, right? Or tomorrow the world is ending. Or tomorrow I'm gonna get a bad grade if I don't do this, if I don't turn off the shower right. Then what you say to yourself is like, okay, tomorrow the world is gonna end. Tomorrow your mom is gonna die. Tomorrow you're gonna get a horrible grade. Okay, and that's what you have to say to yourself. It's a horrible feeling, but it will be there for a couple minutes, and then I'll leave and I'll go to something else.
So let's talk about something else. Tourette syndrome. So you have OCD and Tourette. So one is bad enough. You have Tourette's as well, which is bad. Talk about Tourette's. First of all, what is it? How does it affect you? And give some examples of what Tourette is.
Okay, so there's like people think, and this is, Tourette's has to be just, say bad words or very, very intense. No. There's different types of Tourette's, okay? There's the very severe ones that we all know it, the more physical you can see it. And there's the ones that are, yes, they're there, but they're not too noticeable. You know what I mean? And and it's the truth. Like, you won't notice some of my Tourette's, but my friends will. If they are together with me all day, they will see it. Because there's things I do, and they will see it. And also, I've been doing therapy for a long time. There's no cure for Tourette's, but there's a way to also calm it down a little bit. There's a way. There is a way. And I've done it many times. For example, back in the day, I was not drinking my medicine when I did the docuseries, and my Tourette's were going crazy because it's not because there's no medicine for Tourette's, but there's medicine for other things, anxiety, depression, everything. So if everything, you're going crazy already with other things, Tourette's will come very, very intensely. They're always gonna be there. But I have them very mild, except that time because I wasn't taking care of myself. But I have them very mild. I can show you Tourette's that I have, and little things I do to not make people see my Tourette's as well.
So what are some examples of a mild case?
A mild case. All right. Every single time I text, people don't see it because obviously you don't live with me, you know? So let's see, I text. Before I text, I'm like, somehow this, I do this. I do that. For example, I'm like, I do that a lot.
It's a physical habit.
It's a physical habit. I do it even without texting, but like when I'm texting, it goes, and I'm just like, you don't even see. I mean, if I'm talking to you here, you guys won't see it. I'm like, I can be like this and I can be like this, and you won't see it. And then also, a lot of things that I have with my Tourette's is voice. I had a huge thing take a couple years back that it was like that, right? So how I started making it so people wouldn't notice, I would actually be like, oh my God, let's go to. Oh my God, let's go to that place over there. Like, oh, I love that. You don't even know it. You think it's like I'm talking. It's a weird thing that, I mean, it's so weird how I've been able to like kind of like people don't like not for people to see it so much, but it's there and it's very there. And when sometimes I'm just like when I talk to people, I'm like and then like I hold my hand because I want to do this. So it is so complicated. It is really fucking complicated.
They're tics, basically. Sometimes
they're tics, and I'm telling you, they're very mild. But if you're with me all day, you will see them. It's not that it's not a show that I'm gonna give to you. You know what I mean? It's not a show. Whatever is happening in the moment, severe or not, you will see them, and maybe another day you won't see them. It's the truth. So I don't have them very, very strongly, but if you live with me like my husband does, he sees it a lot.
OCD, Tourette's.
Yeah, depression.
Attention deficit disorder.
Yeah. Oh,
ADHD.
Executive functioning.
Executive functioning skills.
That's the worst one for me.
So
it's caused many problems in my relationship.
So let's talk about that one last.
Yeah.
So talk about the two others, ADHD and then attention deficit.
ADHD, I think a lot of people.
tell people what the difference is, because I think a lot of people don't know the difference between those two.
Okay. ADHD. It's like ADHD is like you're very hyperactive, like you get distracted very easily. It mostly happens with with kids that it's not just, you don't just have ADHD sometimes, you just have that and some other things. So you're just hyper, like, and then you're distracted, and I think it's just, I don't know.
Right. The medication people take.
But that can calm
Adderall
down.
is the main
drug
for that. So were you on Adderall at a young age?
Yes.
You were? Okay.
I wanted everything.
And now let's talk about attention deficit disorder, executive functioning skills, and how that started at a young age, and give some examples at a young age. And sounds like you still have it.
I still have it.
And it still, you said, impacts your career. Even though you had a spectacular career.
I think executive functioning has impacted my relationship so much, because executive functioning is just basic things that everybody does, but it's difficult for you to do. I'm gonna be honest, like just cleaning your room, cleaning anything, remembering to lock the door, remember to like seeing that Toby peed and being like not cleaning it or forgetting to clean it, forgetting to lock the door, forgetting this, things that are not normal, but for people are like, that's common sense. It's not for you. It's everyday things that is common sense that everybody does, but it just doesn't click in you. You have to do your bed. That's hard for me. Like, put gas on the car. Hard for me. Like, it's executive function. It's like new things that you do every single day, but it's just, I don't know. I find it hard doing the laundry. I find it everything like it's beatable. So when you get married, he sees like things that like, baby, like you left that there for 5 days. There's cockroaches, and I was like, oh, I did. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like when I notice, I do it, but it doesn't even click. So I'm working very much on that. When I went to the ranch in the NBI, it's like this neurological behavior institution. They would actually like make me cook, make me clean, do my bed, do my laundry, do all this stuff. For people, that's so normal. For me, it's so hard. You know, it is, and it's like, it is. It's really hard. Like, I came in an Uber. I left my car. In like a place that I shouldn't. Yeah, it's a mess. Yeah.
You drove here
No,
part way.
I didn't even drive here.
You didn't drive here. You took an Uber to make it easy. To make it easy for you.
Yeah, I took an Uber because I irresponsibly left my car in a place that I shouldn't have, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and it's like things that it's just complicated because you have to live, and when you will see it. It's so hard to explain because I edit my videos, I edit my life, so you will not see this stuff unless you're with me all the time. If I was in a reality TV show, you would see everything. You'd be like, wow, this girl. So, yeah.
Depression.
That's horrible.
So now you got 5 things at a young age, right? When did that start, and what were you saying to yourself?
I mean, you know what's so crazy? Depression, sometimes you're sad for no reason. I feel like people that are depressed, yes, they're depressed for really good reasons, but imagine being depressed for nothing. It's a feeling. You're just like, you have panic attacks. For what? You know, like, it's just, I have panic attacks. I'm depressed when I have a great life, but it's here. You know that, right? Like, it's depression is just, it's a horrible chemical feeling.
Are you still depressed?
I mean, when I'm perfect and happy, I'll let you know.
Okay. Well, you have a great life, and we're going to talk about your great life.
I have a great life. Yeah. I have a great life, and I'm very grateful for that. But many people that I know, they suffer of depression, and it just comes and goes, and it's really hard. Yeah, depression. You can be in a very depressive mode, and it's okay to be sad for things that you should be sad about. But the extent that I am, or the extent that people that have depression are, is a little bit too much. It's an extreme. I feel like every single thing that I'm talking about is normal, but when you're diagnosed, when it's a little bit extreme, when it becomes not normal, that's when you're diagnosed.
So you had a lot of these issues, and you're in school, and were bullied because of these. You were lonely.
Yeah. And I mean, I could be depressed about that.
Well, and it's hard, right? Yeah. Because kids are making fun of you. They're very cruel. Kids were a lot more cruel back then than today. Today you get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
So did you come home crying to your mom every day? This is terrible. And
I
don't want to go to school anymore.
Yeah, but I don't think she was like, oh, she's depressed. But because, I mean, that makes anybody sad. My God, like being bullied and everything.
Yeah.
However, how long are you depressed for? You know what I mean? Imagine like I'm like, okay, this happened. I'm depressed for like 5 days for something little, for example. That's intense. I mean, and a lot of things trigger me to be depressed. I get very easily triggered for everything. Everything is intense. So.
But when you're young and you're going to school, you're 11 years old, everyone's making fun of you at 12, 13, high school.
Yeah.
I mean, you're sitting alone. I was bullied in high school as well. Yeah. Stuttered my whole life. Kids making fun of me. I mean, it was traumatic. I came home from school crying every day. Kids are so mean. Yeah. Didn't have a lot of friends. Sat alone. I mean, I've been there. It's a horrific feeling.
Yeah. It's so crazy. They asked me the other day, I was like, what do you have to say? What do you have to say to kids that are bullied these days? And from my experience, there's only one thing to tell them. You will not remember them. I don't remember anybody from my school it's a long time ago. It's nothing in your life. It's 4 years. And you have 50, 60, 70 years. They are nothing in your life. You will forget. You will get married. You will have boyfriends. You will have kids or not. You will live life. You will meet friends. And those people are literally going to maybe they touch your life, but your life moves on. I promise you, they does. And you will not think about them because I don't.
Right. When I come home crying from school, my mom would say, don't worry, all these people who make fun of you, the cool kids, they're not going to be that cool when you're older, when you grow up. But I remember all the kids who bullied me. I remember all the kids.
Yeah, you do?
Oh, yeah. And Randy called me
retarded. But are they important in your life?
No. I mean, they're
That's
not.
What I mean.
They're
not. Because in the moment, you feel like it's now or never. Like in that moment, you feel like these people are the most important people in your life. I decided not to think that. So that's why I don't care. And yes, I can tell you the name, but I don't think about them unless you tell me.
Right. But, I mean, it's still, you're very successful. You're a beautiful woman. I'm sure all those people today are thinking, gosh, I knew her back when I was mean to her. I shouldn't have been today. And in my own success, you run into people who used to make fun of me, and it's somewhat rewarding, and it feels good that I've made it, and I wasn't retarded. I don't sit alone anymore. I have confidence now, and my life is very good right now. And I'm very grateful for.
But because you moved on.
I moved on. I mean, I worked to get through.
That's what I'm saying. You moved on. You actually did not listen to them. You listened to yourself. You proved yourself right. Because it's not about proving them.
Right.
It's about proving you.
Yeah.
So I think that's the most important lesson. Why don't you just try to prove the people that believe in you right? And that's it.
What was your mom and dad telling you when you came home and you were being bullied? My mom was saying, you know, like I said, life will get better. You're working on your speech every day. I mean, I'd go to speech therapy 3 times a week. I'd read aloud at night for 1 hour, practice a new technique to speech. It took a long time. So I worked to get better, but she was encouraging me as well.
The thing is, like, knowing that they said, my dad told me, that's why it helps me. Knowing that they are not going to be in my life forever. You know what I mean? Knowing that I'm going to leave. Knowing that my life is, I have a beautiful, even if I didn't see it, I have a great life ahead, and these people are nothing in my life, it makes it easier to move on. Because if somebody tells you, they're very important people, like, oh, you pissed them off, oh, that's it, you're done. No, you're not done. Like, learn from this, get stronger, you know, don't listen to them. It's hard. It's very hard not to listen to them because you're so young, and that is your life, you know? But you have to understand that from something negative, something positive always comes, always. And you might not even see it until later, but you will see it.
That's true. So is that the advice you give people? I mean, people know about your struggles. You've talked about them. Even though you said, you know, you really don't like to talk about them, you have talked about them. I'm sure tons of people reach out to you and saying, I struggle with the same thing. You're a role model for me. What's your message to all those people, including those people who are suicidal and say, gosh, my life is horrible. I can't get through this. I have some of the problems that you have. What's the message to those people to keep going?
So for the people that want to commit suicide?
Yeah, or have all these mental health problems, and it keeps getting worse, right? Because it's not like you just say one day, I want to kill myself, right? You had all these things going on. I mean,
yes, of course.
You know, five things that things could have really gone south, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say I've never tried to commit suicide, but I'm not gonna say I've never thought about it. I feel like I have many times thought about, like, what if? You know, I want to. I just never have, you know? But I feel like it is never the answer, you know? It's never the answer. It really is not, because I feel like there's ways that, first of all, go to therapy. Talk to your parents. Tell them what the hell's going on. If they don't support you, go to someone else. If those people don't support you, go to someone else. There are people in this world, horrible people, but there's people that want to help you, that love you and want to help you. And I think you should really, when you're alone, lean on someone. That's so important. And if you still feel alone, let's see, medication-wise, like what's going on here. Medication-wise, if that doesn't work, what you have to do is physically, yoga, like what it works for you, yoga. Do something that makes you happy. You yourself. You like the beach. You like to watch old movies. You like to run. You like to do, you know, focus on yourself so much. If you love yourself first, if you love it, and that's hard, because I still don't love myself, but I don't. I can't say I love myself. I'm working on it. Life is a process. Like, I'm working on it. Tomorrow, yesterday I loved myself. Today I might love myself less, you know? For other reasons, for whatever's going on in my mind, that I'm like, I didn't do this right or everything. But I feel like when you master the thing of, like, you know what, you're confident in who you are, Toby, I'm sorry, he has this thing, so I don't lose him. Because I lose him. I'm just kidding, I don't lose him. It's okay, I'm sorry. It's gonna leave. Okay, good. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I think surrounding yourself with people who you admire and have gone through the same thing that you have gone through, or are going through it at the same time, that helps you. That helps you a lot. For example, if I don't believe in myself, if I'm sad and depressed, if I have those bad thoughts, I surround myself with people that I admire so much and I look up to, and I'm not alone. I don't feel alone. I feel like many people who feel like that's because they see black. there's no way out. And it's very easy for people to be like, your mom and your dad to be like, listen, like there's a way out, because mom and dad, stop. Like, you love me, that's why you're saying that. But if you're surrounded by many people you admire, people that are going through the same thing, you start talking, it really does help. That is my main thing. Get out there and talk to people that don't make you feel so alone would be the main thing that I would tell you.
You said something. You said something very important, which surprised me a little bit. You said that you don't love yourself. So what don't you love about yourself, and what can you do, and what can people do out there? Because a lot of people don't love themselves either, but I think people wouldn't expect that from you if they just saw you and they were following you and just saw kind of your life. But what don't you love about yourself, and what are you working on to make yourself love yourself?
That's the thing. I think I don't love myself, but I want to love myself, so I work on it. You know what I mean? So I guess I do love myself enough to work on it, to work on loving myself more.
Critical, because a lot of very wealthy, famous people, successful people, I know tons, multimillionaires, centimillionaires, say, fuck it, I don't need to work on myself, look at what I have. So I think it's really great that you want to work on yourself.
Yeah. Like, even if you're like, let's say, even if you don't, I don't know, you don't love yourself, because, for example, when people say like, oh, you did this, you're so amazing, you're so, I don't see it. You know what I mean? It's like, when someone's like, oh, you're so beautiful, and you're just like, inside, you're just, I have a lot of insecurities. Many people have a lot of insecurities, very low self-esteem in many things. Many other things I don't. I'm like, I know I do this good. You know what I mean? But in many things, I have a very low self-esteem, and that is why sometimes I don't defend myself. Because I have such a low self-esteem, I let people just say whatever they want to say about me. And I'm like, it's easier to think that they're right, than I don't know. It's really sad, because I don't really have the courage, or you don't see me standing up for anything that any of the people that made YouTube videos about me, making fun of me. I've never really like gone after them, because I'm just like, I feel like I think about them too. Like, I feel like, oh, she's this, she's that. I'm like, yes, I am. I'm not strong enough to be like, I'm not. I'm this, So for me, it's easier to actually give feedback to people than giving feedback to myself. I can tell you to love yourself. I can tell you it's gonna be okay and everything. I can tell you all the things I've done right. But when it comes to looking at myself in the mirror, I'm a mess. So I look for someone to help me. I look for example, Anita, my really, really good friend of mine. She inspires me to love myself. Anita inspires me to move forward, to put myself first sometimes. Not all the time, but put myself first when it comes to like my health, And I go through that when somebody else comes to me, I say the same thing to them, because I know that might help.
For a long time, you kept your issues to yourself.
Yeah.
OCD, you've called it your darkest secret.
Yeah.
And then you said, all right, I'm going to talk about it. Why was it your darkest secret? And does it feel great to be able to talk about it and share about it? And your vulnerability makes you more human?
It was hard, because once you let people in, many people will come, amazing people, but many bad people will come and try to tear you down, try to use those problems, those mental issues, and turn them against you and use them to manipulate you and make you, question yourself and use you, take advantage of you. And that's why it was hard for me, because I knew the minute I opened that box, I let everybody in. And I guess the reason why I am the way I am today is not because I love myself and everything, but because I really want to, and because I see the role models near me that they love themselves so much that I want to be like that. And I love myself enough, I guess, to change and be that. I'll tell you when I'm like, I love myself, I'm the best, I'm the number one, I'll tell you, but I'm not like that.
So we all have coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
I stuttered, I would hide it, I wouldn't talk so much, I would kind of stay away. It took me weeks to be able to go to the window at McDonald's and say I want a cheeseburger, and that was how the therapy started. Yeah. Talk to us about your coping mechanisms and drawing sketches to be able to communicate to your parents about pizza, going to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Before that one, can we go back to something else?
Yes.
I'm going to try to say this in like a way that it may not make people feel so sad. How can I say that I don't like myself all the time, but I love myself enough to want to, want to love myself more. Is that better to say that?
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I'll say it again. When you say that I love myself, I don't love myself all the time, but I love myself enough to want to love myself in the future more.
I think that's normal. I think
Yeah.
I don't know many people who love themselves 100% of the time, right?
Oh.
We all do bad things.
Yeah.
We all speak
Yeah.
out of turn. We unintentionally insult people.
Yeah.
We maybe will lose our
Yeah.
temper
Especially
or
when you have like
raise your voice at your kids and you feel terrible. You cut somebody off in the car and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that. What's that person going through? Or they cut you off and you honk and you get mad.
Yeah, I feel like especially because I was 16 when I started social media and I let a lot of people in. When you start getting bullied, you start believing many things that they're saying. And I'm not someone that really defended myself in that moment. I probably will now, but in the moment I wasn't defending myself, so I just let it in, all the negativity. I was like, I guess I guess I am that. My God, all these people are saying this. I guess I am. I guess I am. However, because of the people that I surround myself with, I did not quit. Well, so I am very grateful for myself for not quitting, ever. Thank you to myself for that.
When I was a junior in high school, we had to give a speech in English class. Gus Seeger was my teacher, and he pulled me aside. He said, "You don't have to give your speech if you don't want to." Oh my God, it just hit me so hard. It was so sad. I mean, I wanted to cry, and I said, "I'm doing it." And I'm going to fight it. And I stuttered. People were laughing. My face was contorting, and it just said, I'm not going to shy away. I'm going to do it. And I just think you got to deal with your problems. And
you got to.
You can only hide it so much.
Only you, but you have to make the decision. No one can. I'm telling you right now, no one can force you to do anything. People can encourage you. People can push you. No one can force you to actually want to better yourself. I can give you so many, how can help you. If you want my help, I'll help you. But it has to come with, you have to first understand that you have a problem.
Yeah.
That's so important. If you know that, that's the hard part, knowing that you have a problem. And then what are you going to do about it?
If you can't speak and you stutter and you can't communicate with people, you have a serious problem.
So I wrote.
Yeah.
I would draw my problems.
Yeah. So talk to, one thing that I did that I want to share with people is that, and it's something I have not talked about before, but amazing. It's my speech therapist would have a group of people who stuttered, clients.
Yes.
And I'd sit around on a Wednesday night and you get there, and I remember the first time saying, oh my God, do I really want to do this? I'm so self-conscious.
But you went.
Hell yeah, I went. And I went a few times.
But that's the first step.
And I got better. I got better seeing other people. I got more confident, and actually my stuttering was worse than, it was better. It was still terrible, but it was better than, I think there were 10 people, probably 8 people in the room. But when I saw it, it motivated me. We were all working together. It was a team. I wasn't alone. I mean, you hear about stuttering. It's genetic, it's behavioral. Some people can't get over it. And I worked my ass off, reading every night for 1 hour a day, practicing on what I was going to say at the drive-in window. So I think surrounding yourself with people who have the same problem to motivate you was great. It was really great.
I think that's what has helped me. That's what I would tell everybody. Try to find that community that doesn't make you feel so lonely.
Support groups. And that's true if you're suffering from any kind of mental distress, alcohol, drug abuse.
Everybody, I feel like, needs it. Everybody needs it. And needs to be surrounded by people that make you not feel so alone. I do. That are going through the same thing, because it gets to you. Loneliness is a very powerful thing.
It's huge.
Huge.
The statistics that have come out, especially post-COVID quarantine, the numbers are staggering when you read this. 30% of the population reports feelings of loneliness or are severely lonely. That's crazy. That's 100+ million people in the United States alone.
Imagine the whole world.
A lot of people suffering.
Yeah.
All right, so now talk about the sketches. So you made these drawings. What were the drawings, and why'd you do them?
I didn't really talk when I was little. Not stutter. I just actually didn't communicate. I didn't know how to talk, really. I don't know. I just didn't really talk. I guess I wasn't really good at talking. So I would draw. I would draw what I wanted. If I wanted milk, I would draw, and I would show my dad I want milk. If I whatever I was feeling, I would show like what I'm feeling and everything. And like for a long time, for a very, very long time, I used that to communicate with people.
So sometimes our struggles, bullying in this case, lead to amazing things.
That's what I meant, yeah.
Even if we can't see the forest through the trees and we think, gosh, this is just, I hope it ends, it may not end. So let's start at the beginning and tell us what Vine was before it went away.
Yeah. So I didn't really have Instagram or Facebook. Everybody had that, you know, Twitter in that moment. I really didn't have one. I was so late to everything. So
talk about what year we're in right now.
2012, 2013.
And you're how old?
I am 16.
Okay, and there's a platform called Vine. Instagram had really just come out.
Yeah,
it was brand new.
2 years ago or something. Yeah. Instagram had come out like 2 years ago. Facebook was there a while. MySpace. YouTube was
no one was posting.
Yeah. It wasn't a thing to be a social media creator. That wasn't a word. There was no word of social media creator or influencer was not a word yet.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have that many friends in school. I had amazing friends though, but not in actually that school so much. I had other ones at other schools. But in that school particularly, I did feel lonely, but I loved creating. Since I was little, I was writing little skits to tell my mom and my dad what I wanted. I loved creating, and then I used this app. I saw this app, and I loved the content in it. I was like, I want to start this app. I don't know what this app is. Might be good, might not be. Nobody knew. It was actually it kind of looked bad in my school doing this app. So I started doing videos because I love videos. I love little stories that
Vine was an app.
Yes.
Right, and so there's people who don't even know what Vine is because it was so old and it's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, let me tell you. Vine was the first social media app that actually made social media influencers. YouTube was one thing, but this was like influencer social media content creators.
6 second shorts.
6 second shorts, 6 seconds, and that was the beginning of many things. And I'm very lucky that I started when I started. So I didn't like to talk so much on my Vines because I don't really like to talk so much because I wasn't really good in that age. I don't talk too good. However, I made Vines in school of what I was feeling and I put music on top of it so it was international. Anyone can see those Vines and understand because it's physical. You don't need to know English, Spanish, Italian to understand what I'm doing. It's physically, I am putting music and you understand it. It's like Charlie Chaplin, you know?
Yep.
So I would do that. And I think that helped me a lot. And I was the only one doing skits or videos in school during that time.
Your first Vine was in chemistry, about a chemistry. Your first Vine was about getting an F in chemistry class.
Yeah.
You were making fun of yourself to get friends.
Yeah. No, I was getting. I just like I was always. I like to make fun of myself sometimes. It's a coping mechanism. You know, comedy is a coping mechanism. Many comedians are depressed. Many comedians are insecure. So they use comedy as a way, to bring positivity. And I love that. And I laughed at things, that was happening to me. Like I sucked at chemistry. So let's make the best out of it, make fun of it. But I was not happy.
So people saw this.
Yeah.
And they reacted to it.
No, that was the first. No, nobody saw that.
Five people saw it, I think.
5 people saw it. Yeah.
Okay. Then what prompted you to make another one? You just said, "Gosh, I like creating the content. I'm doing another one, and then I'm gonna do another one after that."
It took me 2 years.
2 years to what?
To actually become popular or be on the popular pages. It was called the popular page. I started at 16, and then at 18, I got known. So I posted videos every single day, not for anything, because I liked it. And then when people see that you're authentically liking what you're doing, they're like, "This is cool. I like this girl. She's freaking weird, but I like it. She's in school. She's talking about school stuff. Nobody else in the app is talking about school stuff. I'll follow her." So I think that's what started it all.
Reality TV was just sort of coming out right now.
Yeah. So
the Osbournes, I think, were out, and that was the first really social media TV show. Ex Rock and Roller, Crazy Life.
Really? Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What the hell?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Lead singer, I think, of Black Sabbath, was it? Ozzy Osbourne. Used to eat a bat on stage and smash his guitar, but that series really took off, and people said, "Oh my gosh, this life of a celebrity." You were doing it for kids your own age. I think that was very unique. Now people take it for granted, but that's a real thing. So you're posting every day.
I was posting every single day in school.
In school.
My
people
school
liked you at this point because nobody liked you?
My school didn't like it, so my school is amazing, by the way. My school didn't understand because it wasn't a thing to be a social media creator or an influencer. They made me delete all of them.
Catholic school?
No.
You didn't go to Catholic school?
Public.
Oh, you went
no,
to
private school, but it was Miami Country Day.
Okay.
It's like included everybody. My elementary school was Catholic school.
Okay.
Then this is high school.
Okay.
So they made me delete all my Vines, and then my dad, my biggest supporter, my mom was like, "This is freedom of speech. This is the way that this is a long time ago though.
Yeah.
This is the way that my daughter communicates. Look at her skin. Like he showed all the pictures. Like she communicates through this app. Just this is what she's feeling. She's friend zoned. She's gonna make a video about being friend zoned. She's having a bad day in school. She's gonna make a video about having a bad day in school. She doesn't talk. So I think that they saw that, and my dad was furious, and I recreated all my Vines again. So it took me another year to do the whole thing. So yeah, I mean, not a lot of people understood.
It took you 2 years to become popular, and at some point.
No, not even popular, known.
Known. So what does that mean? How many followers on Vine did you have to be known?
500K.
500K.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, were you making any money? Was there a way to make money on Vines, or you're just getting popular? There's no advertising model, no nothing.
Not yet, no.
So you're the first person on Vine to get 1 billion loops. What's a loop? So
when that came out, I was in shock. 1 billion loops is views. I was the most viewed person in the world on Vine. Why? Because I posted every day. Every day. I was in school, so I was like the youngest. So yes, I was very happy about that.
You were still in school when you got 1 billion Vines. And did someone from Vine call you and say, "Hey, Lele, you just got 1 billion"?
Came. After that, everything came. Everything showed up. Everybody wanted, collaborations and everything. So after that, I moved to LA, and then that's when Vine was about to die.
Right.
4 years have passed by. So this is very important. You always in your life have to have a plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. I'm telling you right now. Vine was dying, but I started to notice that a year before. So what do? You migrate, you go somewhere else. Okay, I'm gonna do an Instagram. I'm gonna start doing Instagram a little bit more, just in case. So when that happened, I was able to migrate. I kind of migrated on Instagram. I didn't have as many followers, but I had a couple. So I started doing on Instagram. I started all over again on Instagram. Okay, that's going on in Instagram. I love Instagram, but I want to make it just in case. Let's go to YouTube. Just in case. Go to TikTok, just in case, go again to Instagram or whatever. But you always have to have a plan. If you love what you're doing, you don't want anybody to take that away from you.
I hope you're enjoying this video so far, but before we jump back in, I want to know if you've ever thought about what you need to do to reach the next level of success in your life. Over the last 25 years, I've been an advisor to more than 50 companies. I've invested nearly 100, including Google, Lyft, and Seagate, and I also co-founded a company that today is worth more than $15 billion. I've been incredibly blessed in my journey, and at this stage in my life, I want to give back. I want to share the lessons I've learned so you can reach incredible success way faster than I did. In my own journey, I've learned that having the right mentor is a massive advantage to achieving our goals. I'm hugely passionate about mentoring others, and I'm looking for a few hungry entrepreneurs who are excited to take action on their journey to incredible future success. So if that's you, I've got an opportunity. In the description of this video, there's a link where you can apply to work with me. All you need to do is answer a few simple questions, and if you're a good fit, my team will reach out so we can build a game plan together. All right, now let's get back to the video.
So I think a lot of people don't know that Vine was owned by Twitter. It was bought by Twitter in late 2012, 2013, the beginning of 2013 for $30 million. It was a way that they were going to help expand their platform, and just like that, the usage fell and they decided to shut it down in 2016. So you have all these influencers who at this point are making money, and they have to say, okay, I really need to shift. You had a plan B. I don't think a lot of people out there do have a plan B or a plan C.
Yeah, no, almost nowhere. What I'm saying is try to. It's important.
But you're young, so who told you to have a plan A, plan B, plan C? Were you thinking it? Did your parents tell you about it?
I mean, I didn't have I wasn't going to college. I applied. I got rejected all my colleges.
Why?
So
How come you didn't get in?
I was just not smart in school.
Okay, first of all, you're very smart. Let's start there.
No, chemical, man. Chemistry? What the? Chemistry?
You don't have to be good at chemistry to go to college.
No, you have to be. You have. Remember, it's a GPA thing. Like, it's a whole thing. You can't just like fail in 2 classes and be good on the other ones. It's not like that. That doesn't work like that. You have to. I mean, I don't know how it works now, but before, you have to have at least a C in every. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, community college, you really don't need a grade point average, right?
No, I know, but I was because I was doing Vine. I left that. Like, I didn't want to go to a community college. I wanted I applied to other things, you know.
This is your full-time job.
Yes, it became my full-time job. I should have gone to community college. I would have fucking loved to go to college. My God, that I regret.
Right.
Would have loved to go into college. I
mean,
just like applied to the wrong places and got rejected by all of them.
You could go now. They'd love to have you. You could probably get into Harvard right now.
Harvard.
You could get into Harvard.
I'm
look
not
at what you're doing. You're one of the most successful social media creators ever.
No, but like
they like diverse students.
Maybe. Imagine I just. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll think about that next year.
You ever thought about it, going back to school?
Yeah, I would love to go to college. But I'm 20. I don't know.
Wait, to tell everybody, because I think that's a very important point. What were you going to say? I'm
about to be 28. Can I still go? Yeah. Right?
Yes, you can go.
Okay.
Come on, this is critical. I want our viewers, I want your followers to know this. Okay. It's never too late to get an education. It's never too late to go to college. It's never too late. I mean, you're a role model, right? I mean, not that you need to do it. I mean, Kim Kardashian is going to law school.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? You think she needs to go to law school?
Yeah.
You know, she's doing it because she wants to, you know, she wants to do it and she wants to use it and she wants to help people.
I'll go. I'm actually down.
Okay. You're committing on my show, In Search of Excellence, that Lele Pons at age 28, who always regretted not going to college.
I think it's so important to go to college. I regretted it. You know, if I go, I know exactly where if I go, I would go for like something that I love. I would love for film and production, directing, all that stuff. I definitely should go. Education is everything, so.
Everything.
Education and stability. You can have an education. You could be the smartest person in school, but if you're not stable in your mind, it's hard. It's harder.
You talked about being smart. I think if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. I think education is one of the most important building blocks of our future success. I think it's the best investment we can make within ourselves in terms of our future.
Of course.
So are you committing on my show that you are going to go to college at some point?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I swear to God, I will. Thank you.
I'm going to hold you accountable. I have your cell number. We're going to stay friends. We're going to stay friends.
I want to go to college. I think I'm going to go to college and actually finally do something I've always wanted to go to college, but I'm going to go to college.
You're going to kill it in college.
I am. I hope.
You will. So, okay, let's talk about content. And I think a lot of people, because to be a social media influencer, and you're really a creator, but a lot of people say you're an influencer. I think a lot of people kind of view them as the same. Mm-hmm. A lot of people do crazy stunts. Talk about originality and how do you keep it real? How do you keep making the content something that people have not done before? And you see so many people out there trying to have a career like yours. They're copycats. How do you do it? And what's your advice to everyone else who says, I'm just going to copy and if it works for her, it's going to work for me?
Because, I mean, no one's going to be Lele Pons, father, an architect, mom, a doctor, coming from Venezuela. No one's going to have the life that I have. No one's going to have this birthmark being called Lele Pons, starting in Vine. Vine died. Vine is gone. You have to see what has made you different and stick to that. So I think, I mean, you can copy everything you want, but it's my mind that's creating. How are you going to copy my mind? I haven't posted yet. You know what I mean? So I think just being you, my God, I know it's cliche, be yourself, but literally it's your superpower. It's the only thing that makes you different is yourself, you, who you are.
So authenticity, we got to talk about that, right? Yeah. Because there's so many people who are fake. Instagram, my life is amazing. Mm-hmm. I want to talk about your authenticity.
Thank you.
And I want to talk about people who have fat shamed you and talked about your cellulite at Coachella, which is fucking outrageous, by the way.
It's okay. I mean, that I don't care so much about. I know. Yeah. It's insane. It's insane. I would have cared a long time ago. Remember, as you actually get older, you start maturing, right? You really do start maturing. I would have cared more. I cared less. I still care, but I care less. So, cellulite, all that stuff. My God, listen. I rather expose myself than people expose me. So I post my cellulite because I know people will, because I have it. I'll expose it and I'll embrace it. Okay, cool. People talk bad about, like sometimes I get bloated a lot when I eat, a lot. I'm gonna post about it. Why not? Literally, why not? What is the threat to you if I have that, And I'll post that I have bad nails and I'm stop eating my nails, for example. I posted that. I posted, my God, I've always said my nose job. The day that I got my nose job, and people forget because people are not gonna go down in 2013. People are like, oh, she's never accepted that she had surgery. And I was like, go down. 2015, I posted the day that I got my nose job on my feed saying, thank you so much, Dr. Kassir, for my new nose job. It's right there. But obviously people, they're not going to go down. So they're like, oh, look at these pictures from before and after. We exposed her. Who do you think posted those pictures? Me. You know what I mean? So it's like, but it's very rare. So people are like, oh, she posted that? Why would she?
Didn't you take the picture down though in 2018, the post of the nose job?
Oh, which one? Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not take that down.
You didn't take it down? Okay.
Oh, which one? I mean, the one of 2015 is still there. Which one of the?
I think you posted the one in 2013, and I think in 2018 you took that down, and you've got some criticism online for you taking it down. And
really, I don't remember, but I know I posted it. Is it gonna be a video because you could post a? I honestly. No, I don't think if I deleted it, it's probably because that picture was wrong. But there are many freaking pictures of before and after. Even this year I posted a before and after picture. Every year I post one. Every single year.
I think, and I want to hit this point as well, because a lot of women I know will thin their bodies, will take away the cellulite, and I'm not making a judgment. No. Men and women. I don't know men who do this, but I know a lot of women who do this. In fact, if I had to guess the percentage of people, again, I'm 55, so I'm talking about women now. Some even in college. I have a bunch of interns, and you can see them kind of thinning themselves out and taking away fat, slimming their bodies down. I think it's so important for you as a role model to show that and say, it's acceptable, my body isn't perfect, it's acceptable that I have it.
I think the message that I want to give is for those people who take away their cellulite, have surgery, all that lipo. It is your body. You can do whatever you want to your body. You want to be skinny, you want whatever you want, it's your body. You know what I mean? And that's something I do. However, if I like my cellulite, I'll post it. And if I don't like it, and if I want to do surgery on my nose or anything, I will say it. I didn't like it, I'm doing it. I like my cellulite. I don't know, I like it. I don't know, I do, I like it. I like my nose job, I like my cellulite. I like that I have a little belly when I eat a little bit. So when it comes to that stuff, I like,
How many of your photos are untouched? Completely untouched.
Completely untouched. All my videos are untouched, let me tell you that. And
all of them?
All my videos are untouched, all of them. So you can see it, and you can see everything from me. Right. Picture-wise, you know what? Picture-wise, and I'm telling you this, you can ask anybody. When someone takes a picture of me, they're like, is this okay to post it? I actually don't care. However, it depends. For example, if you're with a friend and she wants to fix it, I'll fix myself too. But I don't fix myself too much. You can't even recognize me, you know? But it'll be like, okay, I'm gonna put like a filter like to make my skin more glowy, Sometimes when I post a picture, I'll put my hair is like a mess. I'll put my hair a little bit more up so it looks more full, for example, stuff like that. But I've never touched. No, never mind.
Gotta say it.
I have actually never touched my my ass or my boobs. Yeah, I've never really, when it comes to like pictures and stuff, I don't think I have. Definitely not my boobs. But
You're proud of your body.
yeah, I'm proud of my body. I like it.
You seem like you're not sure.
Sometimes. Sometimes I am and sometimes I'm not. I mean, I'm proud when it's healthy. I'm not proud when I'm not healthy. And when I say I'm not healthy, I'm like, I'm eating McDonald's 5 times a day. Like, that's when I'm not proud. But I'm proud when I'm actually like working out and doing this. I don't need to be skinny, not for sure. I don't want to. I don't need to be skinny, but I do want to be so healthy and like toned and fit. And like, you can tell that I'm actually working out. So and you can tell the difference between a normal body and a fake body for sure. And I feel like, yeah, people for sure can see it. If I'm losing gaining weight and losing weight and gaining, I haven't done anything yet. So I might do it. I don't know.
What's your message to everybody out there who does change all their photos? They're not real. They want to make themselves look perfect. They take out the wrinkles. They put a little tan on their skin.
What would I tell those people? Honestly, the thing is, like, that's complicated because that has to do with how they're feeling in that moment, you know? And you don't know what they're going through. Why are they doing that? Why are they fixing them? I don't know. So if that makes them happy, I say it's better to be natural, but I can't say that because I did my nose job, you know? And I liked it. So I think it's very complex. I mean, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. I think that if you wanna, social media is mean. And if you wanna fix yourself a little bit because you know how evil it is, do it. If it's gonna keep you, you know, sane and calm before you post, do it. Now, I've gotten to the point that everybody knows everything about me, that now I can post whatever I want, untouched. You know who I am. You know how my body is. That's it, you know? But for those people that are not there quite yet, it's different.
All right, we got to talk about the haters.
Yes.
There are so many haters out there.
100%.
Social media is so easy to take pot shots at people, right?
Yeah.
Where are these people showing up in front of you saying the same thing? I mean, it's just so easy.
Yeah.
So talk to us about the haters. What do you think about them, and have they influenced anything that you've ever done, including your mindset?
Honestly, I have to say thank you to them. I really do.
Thank you to the haters.
No, let me explain why. When everything in your life is yes, 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 you're perfect, you're this, you are living in a very unrealistic world. The haters kind of make you be like, maybe there's a difference. Criticize. Let's say they're criticizing you. Hey, I don't think that what you did is good. I think you look, maybe they're right in that sense, for example. You have to take it all in. If there's a hater, it depends. If you're like, oh, this person has to die, that's different. But if there's a hater that, you know, might give you criticism, or you're not gonna be perfect. Not everyone's gonna love you. And it's the truth. Done. So for those people that have hated me, one, they've made me stronger. 100%. One, they've given me a very realistic world. Because if not everything is butterflies, and not everything is gonna be, and you're not perfect. Because if you are, then you think you're not living here. And then the haters have made me so eager to prove myself right and them wrong, that I've become the person that I have become. Like, they've pushed me to actually be better. Just like the people that have loved me have pushed me. You have to take the negativity and the hate and turn it into something positive. If someone is telling me, you're not funny, you're not this, you're never gonna go anywhere, you're a failure. Okay, I'm gonna try harder for myself. Maybe you're right. I need to change some stuff. I need to freaking go harder than ever now. Thank you. You know, and then there's other people that are like, that love me, like, oh, I'm so proud of you, I'm so happy. Okay, prove them right as well. So I think it can go many ways, you know? It does go many ways. So I say thank you to the haters for making me stronger, making me live a realistic world, and pushing myself to want to prove them wrong. So, yeah.
Would you be where you are without the haters?
I probably wouldn't be working as much, as like harder, you know? Because for me, you know, when like in movies, everywhere, when someone's like, you can't do something, you can't do this, or you're a failure. What do you want to do? If you're strong enough, you want to do exactly the opposite. One for yourself.
Yeah.
One for yourself, you should do it for yourself. But that might actually push you more.
Oh, it motivates the shit out of me.
It motivates you. It does. But in the beginning, when I was younger, that did not motivate me. You learn as you mature to use that to your favor.
when someone tells me I can't do something or it's impossible, anything is possible. If you set your mind to something, it just fuels my fire and it makes me just want to do it. And even if you're the only one out there, people say to me sometimes, you know, no one's ever done that before. They mean it as a criticism, and I say, gosh, I'm onto something here. I take it as a compliment.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. People have said everything to me. And you know what? It's become to a point that when they say everything to you, they've just become like, at 543, Liza, blah, 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 at 32. You don't even know them. Like,
Right.
I don't remember. I was going to say, I don't remember. And I've never in my life, maybe I will, but I've never met a hater in person.
Never. Because they don't have the fucking guts to come up to you and say something negative to your face.
When you meet me in person, I am literally in sweatpants, supernatural, with my dog. What is the threat? You know, like I'm just so chill. I'm awkward too. But what is, like, you don't have a thing to how do you say, to a screen to protect yourself with.
Yeah.
It's face to face now, you know? So I think, to me, they haven't. Too many people they have in person, obviously. There's a lot of haters that go in and confront, you know, like with Logan Paul and everything, you know. But to me, no.
Let's go back to another traumatic moment in your life, which turned into a very good thing. At some point, your dad came out as gay.
Yeah, yeah.
And you were very surprised.
I didn't even know what gay was. I was 8.
So talk to us about that.
9.
Talk to us about when you find out, what you thought about it. At some point, you saw your dad in bed with another man.
Yes, that's how I found out. I saw my dad with a man.
You walked into the bedroom and
Yes.
he's in bed with a man?
My cousin's communion. Yeah.
Your cousin's communion?
My cousin's communion.
So you have people at your house and he's in bed with another man?
No, my dad's separated with my mom. My
Right.
mom's side. I went to my dad's house to pick up something, and that's, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
My cousin from the other side.
did knock on the door, just kind of thought he wasn't home?
Yeah, because they live right next to each other.
Okay.
They live right next to each other, so I could just walk to my dad's house. So that day, I guess, I was like, Papa, Papa. He didn't listen, I guess, but I opened the door, and then it was very traumatic, like physically. Now, mentally, when I found out that my dad was gay, the first thing I did was, I was very confused. I was like, wait, were you gay when you met my mom? Like, I had so many questions. But then, like, give it like a week, and I was like, I want to know exactly what that means, you know? What's going on? I was 8, I was 9, I didn't know anything. Of course, you know, I'm a child. I'm like, but I love my dad so much. I wanted to know, because in my school, I was bullied so much, and I was just like, because I was different. I was like, okay, how's your story? Like, how did you cope? Like, how are you? Like, you're so happy now. What happened? Everything. And my dad told me, and we're best friends. Like, he makes me feel not so alone. You know?
What did your dad tell you when you asked him, why'd you marry my mom if you knew you were gay?
Oh, I know why. That's a story for him to tell. But, you know, remember something. Right now, it's the world, hopefully, is more open, you know?
Way more open.
Way more open.
Legal same-sex marriages, coming out is not a big deal anymore, and the more people.
Go back 27 years ago. Go back 27 years ago with the family that he had in Venezuela. It's different. It's different. It was different, you know? It was very different back then. And I understand him. I understand. You know, if it was basically like in that moment, be hated or be, you know, bullied and you know, pushed out from your family. I mean, he didn't know that they were gonna accept him, but still, in that moment, in that world, 27 years ago, how was being gay perceived? Was it a good thing or a bad thing? Was it seemed as something as I like, oh my God, gross? You know? Yeah, it probably was 27 years ago. It was. In where we lived, in a small town. Yes, it was. So I think that he really wanted a family. He really wanted a family. When you want a family, you want kids. Nowadays, there's ways. Nowadays, there's ways. There weren't any ways before. And I'm so happy and grateful that he wanted me so badly. That he like lied about himself.
I'm sure the support and the love you gave him and the acceptance made him just feel so good inside.
Yeah.
And he's still your best friend, I mean, essentially.
I'm sorry.
Got some water?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take my Perrier.
Yeah, no, I love my dad. Like I feel like to have me, he'd made a huge sacrifice. He put it like me first, you know, like, yeah. Yeah. He wanted me that bad. So I'm happy.
Makes me cry.
I know, but like, that's the role models that I have. This is why I keep on going.
Yeah, I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're a role model for so many things, and just to be able to talk about that and show emotion, I think is just a great thing.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to part 1 of my amazing podcast with Lele Pons, one of the most important and influential social content creators in the world. We had a lot of incredible moments on the show. We cried together. We talked about some of the craziest things she's done, like jumping into the ocean with a bunch of sharks and a bunch of meat in the water. We talked about her struggles with OCD, Tourette, attention deficit disorder, and how she overcame those, and how she became an incredible inspiration and role model for others around the world. Be sure to tune in to part 2 of my amazing podcast with Lele next week.
And I feel like with you too, you don't get, there's not like a limit. Like you don't get this far just to get this far. You love what you do, so you keep on going, you know? Yeah. So I can say right now, I made it. And then next year I'll be like, I made it. And then next year I'll be like, I made it, you know? So I feel like every year, every single step in my career has been my peak, you know? Everything has been different. Every day. My first song, my peak, in that sense.
300 million views on your first song, I think, on YouTube or something.
Yeah, so
holy
like,
shit.
See, you see, that for me was a peak. Another peak, meeting my best friends, peak in my personal life. Meeting Guayna in my song, peak. When I have kids, might be my peak, you know? So I think in my career-wise, it was very different. It was music. It was, God, I judged Miss Universe. I don't know what the F was that, but I'm so grateful. I loved judging Miss Universe. It was really cool. 2017, Dancing with the Stars, peak.
32nd season.
That was a peak for me. It was just different. I always wanted to dance, and I did it in that way of like learning how to do it. It was beautiful. Dancing with the Stars was the best experience of my life.
The best experience. Yeah. Why was that the best? You've done so many amazing things. Why?
Because actually, it's really weird. Dancing with the Stars gave me discipline, structure, in a way that is different. You know, every single day you have to wake up at this hour. Like, you go here, you work out, you dance, you go back home, then you go here, you go to. It was like a structure. It was discipline. It was you met a lot of good friends and a lot of people that were not in the same category as you, not influencers. It was Ariana Madix, reality TV show, artist. In Broadway, there's Harry Jowsey, reality TV show. There's Sochi, Marvel movie star, incredible. There's Jason Mraz. Everybody was so different. It was no competition. Everybody was actually happy for your success. Everybody was trying to help you. It's weird. It's like Dancing with the Stars was probably the best experience because it was the most wholesome, it was the most supportive, gave me all the tools that I needed to actually be able to do the executive functioning that I needed. I became so much more mature. I came back from Dancing with the Stars and I loved myself way more than before. I was on Dancing with the Stars, especially because it was the first time in my career, Dancing with the Stars, that I actually got maybe more love than hate on a project that I had.
That's absolutely insane to think about, but I think people don't know what's involved when you go on that show. So are you there for 2 weeks, so you have to commit each day and you're dancing every day, or what's the program there?
So it's a month before. It's a month before, and he just, Brandon was my partner, I love him. He was teaching me how to actually do like ballroom. It's different than reggaeton.
They give you your partner, or you choose your partner?
Apparently, apparently some people chose. I didn't, but I would have chosen him. I love him. It was perfect partner. I loved him so much. I'm so grateful they gave me Brandon. Would choose him again and again and again. So when they chose me with him, when I put me with him, I was super happy. We clicked immediately. He taught me ballroom, everything. And it's so crazy because I went into Dancing with the Stars because I really wanted discipline and like, I really wanted to, I wanted to do dancing a lot, always. I was like, I love dancing. Okay, cool. Win or lose, I want to learn something. So I learned how to do ballroom. A month later, after learning for a month, that's when you start the show. You learned one dance, and then you start dancing. You start learning one dance a week. It's crazy. You learn 2 dances 1 month, and then every week, 1 dance. Because you start getting more used to it, you know? It's like working out. Your body just remembers steps easier, faster. So it's 4 hours a day, every single day, for almost 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
So you're out of everything else. You have
But
no
that's- but
project except dancing and posting. You're posting every day.
That's beautiful because you're so distracted, and when you work out also like that, and you're working out something that you love, it's like it gives you, like, it just makes you even a better person. I don't know. I love working out. I don't like working out, by the way, but I love dancing. So it was like the first time that I actually loved working out, and that helped me mentally. Workout helps you mentally. So I was in a great state.
When was the first time that you realized I'm really famous? I mean, super famous.
I'm gonna tell you, like, there's 3 times in my life where I know that I've known that I'm very famous. My first meet and greet in New York from Vine. My first Vine meet and greet. I saw all the people that noticed me and wanted pictures of me. Oh, I'm famous, holy shit. Or I'm known, for sure.
Like what number of people showed up?
There's so many, like 300, something like that.
Okay.
300, 400, that's a lot for me. Like back then, the hell? What? More than in my class, that's better. Okay, cool. So I think that meet and greet was great for me. It was in New York, a long time ago, 2015 or 14. I think it was 2013 or so. I don't know, like that, like back. Then I think another time that I thought that, oh my God, I'm famous, is when brand deals started seeing, like, wanting to pay me to do stuff. I'm like, my God, like you trust me so much? You think I have so much power? You know, I mean, I could, but like, damn, that's crazy. I think that the time that I thought I was like, wow, I'm actually famous is when my song was in the top global charts, 25th, for like weeks. Like, damn, that's a different level of famous, you know? Every single thing, winning the Teen Choice Awards, for Vine, like things, I'm like, wow. But the moment that I was like, I'm actually not only famous, but I made history somehow, is now. So there's on TikTok, there's like a trend with my song Celoso, they put it on there, and it's about how I'm everyone's childhood. It's so weird. They put a picture of like, oh, this is my childhood. Swipe, and it's me, Hannah, Juanpa, and Tuan as their childhood. And they see it. Lele Pons is my childhood. Lele Pons raised me. Lele Pons this. And I was like, that's when I know I made a mark. I made a mark on these kids' lives. And the people that are saying this, they're big though. Some of them are really, really big. And they've texted me and DM'd me. Like, I pushed them to become these people. And I'm like, how? Thank you. I'm super happy, but it just blows my mind. So I think that's this year, 2023, 2024.
I hope you're enjoying this video so far, but before we jump back in, I want to know if you've ever thought about what you need to do to reach the next level of success in your life. Over the last 25 years, I've been an advisor to more than 50 companies. I've invested nearly 100, including Google, Lyft, and Seagate, and I also co-founded a company that today is worth more than $15 billion. I've been incredibly blessed in my journey, and at this stage in my life, I want to give back. I want to share the lessons I've learned so you can reach incredible success way faster than I did. In my own journey, I've learned that having the right mentor is a massive advantage to achieving our goals. I'm hugely passionate about mentoring others, and I'm looking for a few hungry entrepreneurs who are excited to take action on their journey to incredible future success. So if that's you, I've got an opportunity. In the description of this video, there's a link where you can apply to work with me. All you need to do is answer a few simple questions, and if you're a good fit, my team will reach out so we can build a game plan together. All right, now let's get back to the video.
I think you were famous well before that. I mean, at some point, you're the leading Viner ever. And then early Instagram, I mean, 54 million followers. By the way, there's 1.4 billion Instagram accounts today. Do you know what number you are in terms of the top?
100 something.
114. That's insane. 55 million followers. That's crazy.
Thank you.
I mean, there's only what, 350 million people who live in the United States now. I know you have fans from around the world,
It's
Latin
crazy.
America.
My biggest fan base is Indian.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I had Danielle Vasanova on my show last week, actress, model. I gained after the show a ton of followers, most from India, actually.
Right.
We can't really figure it out. But
all my reels like go to like India. It's insane. It's great. I love India, and they have a song about me that has like 166 million views. It's I don't know what the name of the song is, but it literally says "Se te nota" and then Lele Pons in it. I don't know what the song is. It's an Indian. It's an Indian song. It's an indie song. Is that what you say? Yeah. It's an indie song.
Independent song.
And it talks about me, so it's cool.
Did you want to be famous, and do you like being famous?
Did I want to be famous? Well, no, because Vine wasn't a thing. You know what I mean? So it's like it's not like now, like I'm not going to TikTok because like, TikTok would, it's potentially, it's like, it's trendy, it will make you famous. Vine back then in my school, people would make fun of me. Like people were like, what is this app? What is an app? So it's like, no, I never wanted to be famous. Am I happy to be famous now? Yes, because I'm not going to be ungrateful. It has given me the friends that I have. It has given me the people that I know, the opportunities, Guayna, my dog, everything. I mean, like, you can't, like, yes, it's hard. It's really hard. But I would never take back anything. Every single thing that happened in my life, it led me here, and I have to be grateful for it. So I'm happy that I am.
When you're famous, I mean, again, it's good and it's bad. I mean, some people, movie stars can't leave their house. They can't go to a restaurant. I mean, Tom Brady can't go to a restaurant and go out to eat. But I think when you're famous as well, it's hard to have normal relationships because people kiss your ass. And there aren't a whole lot of people around you saying, hey, Lele,
the thing with me is I have an uncle that's really, really famous in Latin America. But he's a singer. He's not a viner. He didn't show me how to do that. But he has, his whole life, I've seen how he has coped with fame. So growing up for 20 years with this man who has literally never had a scandal, he's been he's handled it very well. It's taught me many things, There's a way to, we can't, like, listen, you cannot, it's hard to be famous, and there's many downs, but you chose this. You know what I mean? You can leave. You can leave. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard, but you love to sing, you love to dance, you like to perform, you like to, create and do that. People love you. People like what you're doing, so you're famous because of that. Keep it going, And if you don't like something, take a break. Take breaks. That's what I do. When I don't like to be famous and I don't like the fact that I'm famous, I take breaks all the time. And then I come back stronger and I'm like, okay, I'm known. I did this to myself. Let's embrace it.
So many successful people I know. I know a few famous people. Some of them are really full of themselves. How have you managed to stay so incredibly humble after all the amazing things that's happened to you? I mean, you are a real, authentic person.
Oh, thank you. Are you saying that because it's in the script? I'm just kidding.
No, we've gone way off script.
Oh, sorry.
30 minutes ago, we've gone off script.
Sorry. How did I become humble? Well, first of all, my family. My family is so freaking honest. They're like, when I moved, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't humble. I was the most bratty, not humble, mean person in the world 7 years ago when I moved to LA. Yeah. Well, when I moved to LA, I thought I was the shit. I thought this is of me. I'm the top of the world. Even people saw it. They're like, Lele's full of herself. Yeah, 2021's like there, right? I come back to Miami for a birthday. My family is there, and they look at me and they're like, hey. Literally, like, there's a saying like, something, pon los pies en el piso. No, basta de vivir en las nubes. O sea, don't live in the clouds. Put your feet in the ground. Like, you're acting like this. We don't recognize you. You're doing this. O sea, they kind of sat me down and told me, hey, You are not allowed to disrespect the people here because you know what I mean? Like, we are this, we are like, we know who you really are. Go back to that. Like, they basically, I don't know exactly what they told me, but I came back from LA to Miami, sat down with my family because they saw a change in me. Like, I was full of myself and everything. They sat me down and they told me this, and this. They like made me feel like shit. You know, they told me, you're ungrateful, you're this, you're that, you're this. You're not gonna go anywhere with this damn attitude. I don't care if you're talented. You have to respect. You have to be on time when people want you to be on time. You're not allowed to, you know, some people are like, oh, I'll be 2 hours late. No, you gotta be on time. So they grounded me. And then.
I mean, like, you're an adult at this point. You can't leave your room, Lele? Like, grounded you, don't come out?
No, they grounded me by like not giving me the attention that I always wanted. You know what I mean? Like they're not like, oh my God, Lele, how is it? They're like, so Lele, like it's different. When your family, like, your family grounds you in a way that, like, because they see you in the way that you were before. You know, they know you more and they know you very well. And I stopped taking my pills and I stopped going to therapy when I went to LA. And a lot of shit went down. I was a workaholic, that's for sure. But a lot of shit went down. I was not proud of the person that I was. Those 3 years, I went back to Miami, talked to my family. They told me who I was. They told me, they reminded me where I came from, the people that have supported me, that have been there for me. They reminded me who they are. And they reminded me of things that could happen if I continue my life like this, you know? And then I started seeing people go away from me. My family started, you know, distancing themselves until I cleaned up my act. And then I went back to therapy, did my medication. I listened to my family, and I have become the person that I am today because of that. I didn't lose myself. Yeah.
When we become successful, and our company, my company.
Very young age.
Yeah, at a very
young age. Yeah.
So our company, a tech company that I co-founded, 4 founders of the company, went public when I was 33 years old. Within 2 months of going public, our company was worth $35 billion. Wow. And it was reported in the press, and don't believe anything that you read in the press because it's not true, especially when they're talking about people's net worth. But people said they wrote I was worth a few $100 million, and everybody kind of knew it's a big story. I'm from Detroit, and there was a profile about this kid who grew up and was bullied, stuttered, and then he moved to Los Angeles. He hit it big in the tech world, so everyone's talking about it. And people hold you up on a pedestal, right? And they're just waiting to shoot you down. You know, you're watching every word, and if your hair is out of place or you accidentally offend somebody, even if you don't try, I mean, it's a lot of pressure on you. And I know you've experienced the exact same thing. So talk to us about that. Even when you're in a restaurant, you've talked about people commenting on how much you tip the waitstaff.
No, I always ask. I suck at that. I always give like, I'm always like, what do you want? when I have to tip, I'm always like, whatever you want.
When people say $1,000.
I ask the manager.
You ask the manager. There's usually something on the machine that says 18, 25.
I usually do like 25.
Yeah.
25%.
But what about the pressure? I mean, everyone's looking to take shots at you, right? I mean, there's a lot of people who aren't happy for you and they're just waiting for you to offend somebody. I mean, you've experienced that?
Everyone. I mean, I don't think, that's why you only have like 5 good friends in your hand right there. And you have many, many friends, but there's 5 that you can see that genuinely want the best for you, you know? But that's why when I came back and I was with my family, or even with the friends that I was with before, I trust them though. I trusted them. Whatever they said, they told me they even told me, you continue like that, someone else, another Lele Pons, another person's gonna come and take your spot because that person's nicer, that person has more respect, it is on time and everything, and you're gonna be replaced. If you don't change your act and actually give people a side that's more human. This is not you, they said to me. And I was just like, whatever. Come back to LA, shit happened, many, many mistakes. I lost friends. And then right there, I was like, my therapist, I'm so sorry I have not talked to you in like 4 years. I need to change. I want my family to be proud of me. It's not about like, oh, you're successful, that my family's proud. My family's proud of the person that I am as a human. I can be in my house not working. Am I good though? Am I a good person? You know, am I healthy, good? That's the most important. And I saw that. And I was like, I came back to Miami. But I changed it before, but I came back to Miami, 2019, 20. I changed completely. People saw it. I was like, started working on myself a lot more.
When you do something that's high profile, in my case, it was making money at a young age, and of course, people are taking pot shots. I got all these new friends, right? Everyone wants to have lunch. People that wouldn't even give me the time of day. There was some famous movie producer, and I won't say his name. He's produced some of the biggest movies in the world, who just came up to me one day. A couple of his friends invested in our tech company. They had made more than $100 million each. And the guy comes up to me and says, hey, Randy, what's up? And I had core friends, and I wanted, number one, to stay who I was, be myself, stay humble. But it's hard at some point, you know, to stay humble.
When you're alone, when you're away from, when you're 16, 17, 18, and you're away from home, in another world that you're becoming famous, you're number one in something. Huh. In LA, dark hole.
You got all these new friends, but how do you make friends at this point in your life? Because
now?
because people want something from you, right? You're rich, you're famous, you're beautiful, you're glamorous. I'm sure you have amazing things, and I'm sure you got lots of people. I mean, how do you know people are real or authentic or want to be your friend for the right reason?
I'm more private. I really don't go out so much. I keep the ones that I don't really make new friends that much, you know. I love meeting people, but those new people that I know, I don't really put them in my life so much. I'm super social with everybody. I really do have the best friends, and I know everybody. Like, I had a wedding and everybody came. I love socializing. However, not all the people that were at my wedding are really let in my life. You know, they're colleagues, they're people that I love and I share. But the people that I let in my life, barely anybody. Nobody, almost.
You're social. People recognize you.
You have to, I mean, it's, yeah.
They come up to you on the street.
Yeah.
And you have a reputation of being nice to everybody.
Does
it get annoying?
No. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like when somebody comes up to you in the street and they're a fan of you. How would you want your idol to react to you? That's how I react. If Shakira or Taylor Swift was right there and I go up to them, how would I want them to react to me? So that's how I react.
What's the strangest thing that's happened to you of someone coming up to you on the street who didn't know you?
That didn't know me?
Yeah. What's the strangest thing that's happened to you on the street where someone has come up to you and said something that was either outrageous or did something that's just crazy outrageous?
Crazy outrageous. The thing is, like, I've done so many crazy things that I think that the crazy things that you're thinking, like, I don't probably normal in my eyes. Something crazy that someone has done to me. I feel like I do it before they even do it. Like,
like when my son was on Melrose, he was 16 years old. He had his phone. He ran into some influencer and said, hey, you know, can we shoot a video? And he says, hey, what's it like to be my girlfriend? And the influencer was fucking pissed. And I mean, I understand why she was pissed, but it's sort of hilarious. And he posted it online. And he got like 1 million views on TikTok. And he was a hero with his friends for, I don't know, some short period of time.
I think no one's ever really done that. I mean, maybe one time, because I don't clap back, but I'm so honest. You know what I mean? So somebody was like, oh, how does it feel that, I remember, so how does it feel that Vine died? And I was like, oh, pretty sad, but it happens. And he didn't expect that, you know what I mean? Like, something super real, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, so I don't think there's a video of like somebody coming up to me and me being like super pissed. Nope.
You mentioned you've done some crazy things. What are the 3 craziest things that you've done?
think on Vine, don't try this at home ever. Was dragged by a car. I think on Vine, yeah.
You're what?
Dragged by a car.
Dragged by a car.
Yeah.
That was a stunt you did.
A stunt I did.
You were on your back or on your side, or you wore, bulletproof Kevlar clothing?
Dragged by a car. That's probably the craziest thing I've ever done.
But were you standing up? Were you just lying down on the ground?
Laying down on the ground. Yeah, it was
Get
so
a little
fast.
back massage on the pavement while you're doing it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You were cut up?
Yeah, that's probably one of the most crazy stunts I've done is that one. Actually, one of the craziest things I've ever done is this is not good. I mean, I will never do this ever. I think this is the craziest thing I've ever done. I will never do this again, and I will never tell anybody to ever do this again. Ever. Don't. I had broken up with someone, and I just decided to grab a boat with a person, get meat and blood, go to Jupiter, very, very far, drive 4 hours away from Miami in the sea. Yeah. And I threw meat and blood. This person's not professional, and with my 2 friends, waited until I saw tiger and bull sharks, and with no help, nothing, jumped in for 2 hours and just started trying to touch them. Guys, that's actually suicidal.
You jumped in there.
Yeah, yeah, for 2 hours trying to touch them, 2 hours drunk.
Drunk?
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
I don't know. That's the thing. That's really scary. This was a long time ago, but that's horrible. I look back at it in the picture. Do you want to see the pictures?
Yeah. Got to see the photos. This is insane. And while you're looking for the photos, it's amazing how many people, especially young people, Instagrammers who are sitting on cliffs.
This wasn't even to post.
Things.
I never posted this.
Yeah.
This was for me.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. Not even content.
Yeah, but for all of the influencers that are there who are sitting on these cliffs, 300 feet up, I think there were 84 deaths last year for Instagrammers who are doing dumb shit, sitting on a cliff to get a photo, to get followers. It's risky, it's not cool, it's stupid, and it's just so sad people are ruining their lives for doing stupid shit.
That's insane. That's why I'm saying, don't do that. That was the dumbest thing, the craziest thing I've ever done was that. It's me. I did it to me. I didn't do it to anybody. It's me. It was really bad.
I'm terrified of sharks, so.
I'm terrified. I don't know what happened to me.
Terrifying.
I got this camera person. It was me, my camera person, and a friend. A camera person. My friend. We had an underwater camera.
Your friend was in the water with you?
Yes.
Having a death wish as well?
Yeah, she's crazy. It wasn't Hannah, but she's crazy. She's crazy. Wait, okay, June.
I'm afraid of being eaten by a shark when I'm in a lake. That's how bad my fear of sharks is. Or some big fish is gonna eat my legs.
Yeah, bro. What the fuck? What am I doing?
I do.
What am I doing?
Oh my God.
No. I'm alone. I'm not even in a cage. I'm not in a cage.
Okay, let's show that photo. Can we get a close up of that on the screen there?
Sure.
Can you see it from there, or do we have to bring it in?
My friend's actually a photographer, a really good photographer, whatever.
Yeah. Can you show?
I never posted these.
Yeah.
Ever, because I was never to pose. I just.
Yeah.
I didn't. So it wasn't for content. So this is me and my friend right here, and then this is me and my friend.
Can you see these on the camera?
And then this is, look, I'm trying to touch the freaking, look, it's a freaking bull shark and a tiger shark.
That shark's 8 feet long,
Huge.
10 feet long.
Huge.
Oh my God, wait, go back to that one. Can you see that on the camera? Can we, I just want to make sure people can see that.
Huge. It was 3 people. Me, my friend, I'm going to say her name, Sandra. Me, my friend Sandra, and my friend who took pictures. Yep. We were all, but we're not in cages.
Did you have a close call? I mean,
I never posted these. I never took a video. I never did anything.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, did you have a close call in terms of being eaten? Did any of them start to nibble at your feet?
they would come, and then what I learned is that when they come, you push them away or something like that. That's what I learned. So my friend Sandra knew that, and she did that. Nobody touched me though. They didn't touch me because they were throwing food. No, it gave me out of that, bro. Like that was nobody. And I don't tell this story because I don't want anybody to know or anybody to say it or do it. You shouldn't. It was just
The story here though is, and
don't
I think
do it.
this is something that you should tell people, by the way, because there's so many people I know who have a breakup with somebody, and then they do something stupid. They they drive drunk. You know, I know someone very close to me that she broke up with her boyfriend actually broke up with her. She went driving.
Yes.
She hit a pole. Thankfully,
I'm not
didn't
kidding.
kill anybody. But don't
do that. Okay, so like someone broke up with me. I was drunk for a week, and then one of the drunk nights I was like, let's go out and swim with sharks. Not in cages, bull sharks with no protection. Don't ever do that. That is, as I said, that's because someone breaks up with you, please don't. I was very naive. It was a long time ago. Not now. I'm happy. Now, married. But no, don't do that.
So a lot of people in business who are famous don't like hanging around with people in the same business. You've said similar things. I know you have friends that are influencers, Hannah, but are most of your friends now not in the business, and why do you want to have more friends not in the business than in the business?
Depends. I mean, when it comes, for example, like Dancing with the Stars, they were in the business, but they were different because they're new friends. So they just met me now when I'm established. However, like the people that I keep are the ones that knew me before I was here, and they are in the business though. Like Hannah, or Juanpa, or Tuan. They're all in the business. They're my best friends, but they knew me before I was as I am now. So right now, I like to be friends with, I don't like to be really friends with just people. I mean, I love to hang out with them, and obviously I go out, and then people will see a post and everything. One person in particular who I love, and I know she's famous, but she's actually so humble, became actually a really good friend. And people are very shocked that I'm friends with her because we don't really post so much together, but we're really together all the time, is Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton is amazing. And I've shared many moments with her that are incredible, and I love her. Another person that I've shared many moments, and nobody really knows that I hang out with her, and she is famous, is Teenie. Teenie's brilliant, and I adore her. She's a very famous Argentinian singer. She's been there when I cry, when I laugh, when I'm drunk. I call her. We have a lot of stories, and nobody knows though. Nobody knows. And Anita's amazing.
So, Paris Hilton, who I am dying to have on my show, a lot of people think she is a ditz. What's ditz? Ditzy, not very smart, airhead blonde.
Nobody thinks that. Nobody can think that.
Dumb blonde. Well, they do.
Impossible.
I mean, if people don't know her. So she spoke at a conference, doing a keynote called the SALT Conference. It was a financial conference, mostly men there in suits. I'd say 75% men. And she got up there to talk about her career, entrepreneur, businesses, investment, marketing plan. She's amazing, and I think a lot of people don't know. Tell us something about Paris Hilton that people don't know.
Something about Paris Hilton that she doesn't know is that she didn't really have. It's not all happiness. She actually well, she's probably talked about this actually. She's had a dark childhood. Like she had dark moments in her life. And I was in one of them. I mean, things that people don't know about Paris Hilton is that she will do the best she can to make you feel accepted, wanted, welcomed. I mean, it doesn't matter who it is. She will do it. She actually cares, to make you feel good.
What was the darkest moment that you shared with her?
We were both going through a really bad relationship, and just how, bad relationship. And yeah, I think we got close because of that.
She's happily married now.
Happily married now.
Successful venture capitalist.
And
Great guy
I
that I've known a
remember
long
when
time.
she got engaged, I cried and I told her, you found the Prince Charming, the person that you deserved. And same with me.
I want to talk about how much of your life is public versus private. I mean, you share a lot of things that are real, but There must be a lot of things that are private behind closed doors that you don't want to share. What are those things, and why don't you make everything public?
Things that I don't make things public. I think I don't make public how intense and how much I think I don't make public how much comments and haters make me feel, like what happens to me with the breakdowns that I have, you know. I don't really show that. I'll show like a picture of like me crying or something, like, but not like, there's a difference of you crying and there's a difference of like what actually, like how intense it could, the toll that it can get on you, right? That would you say the toll that the
Yeah, the toll, emotional toll, mental toll.
Yeah, the mental toll. Yeah. I don't think, cause you know what, I don't want, like, let's say someone makes a bad video of me or does something, I don't want people to see how I'm reacting while seeing that video. You know, it's a different thing. So it's.
But it's still real. It makes you real. I mean, do you post if you get in a fight with your husband or you get in a fight with your family? Because that's real. We all do, right?
I never posted when I get into a fight with Guayna. So I guess I never post when I get into a fight with Guayna or a fight with Hannah or a fight with my family. Or no, I don't post that.
So, all right, we'll talk about your husband. You met him at a Universal Music video. Tell us what you saw when you met him and why you're in love with him and why you married him.
So this is a very controversial story, actually.
Controversial?
Very, 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 very.
Okay.
So they cut this story in half. So I'll tell you what happened. So this is what happened. I met Guayna because I was doing a music video with Liano, one of his best friends. I was doing Los Putis, that's the song. He came to meet me. He knew who I was. I made a video of his song, Rebota. And I made a video of his song, Rebota, and I posted it, whatever. He came to the music video, he met me, it was super cool, he was super nice. He was sad, I think. I don't know why he was sad. So I was like, let's go out, let's have fun, let's go to Floridita, this place in LA. We did, nothing happened. I mean, we stayed in contact and we talked a lot. And what happened was like, he fell in love with me, like really, really bad. Like he would like come to LA and go into like places where I was. Like he did a lot, you know, like he would like he would come to LA, make it seem like he was coming for work, but he was coming for me.
He stalked you?
No, he didn't stalk me.
A little bit.
No, not really.
Okay, followed you.
No, he did like 2 times when he was like.
Okay.
Yeah, no, like he didn't really stalk me. That's the thing. Like he.
Well, by the way, I don't mean that in a creepy way. I mean it in a loving way.
Yeah. I mean, for me, stalking is like you're following me around and I'm walking. No. I mean, like he would like go to LA when he had the chance, and like try to get like a hotel near where I live just in case, like, and be like, hey, I'm here, like let's do something, like, you know what I mean? Like he actually like really wanted to hang around and go on dates with me. Because he lives in Puerto Rico.
Right.
So.
You met him. You exchanged cell numbers. We'll see what happens.
I met him.
Hey, here are my digits. Here are my digits.
I met Guayna, and he did a lot to be with me because he loved me and he was in love with me. Right. However, I told him I didn't love him. He said I love you, and I said thank you. Yeah.
That must have made him feel great.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. I told him thank you, and he was like okay, and he left. Never saw him again, and then. We had recorded a song before that happened, and it was at the Nota. And then he left, and then I saw him again. And when I saw him, I was like, I saw him for the first time, and I was like, hey, how are you? And he was so indifferent with me. He was so cold. I didn't like that. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And my friends started being like, I think you like him. Maybe you like the attention. You know, at the beginning I was like, I like the fact that, you know, he doesn't care. You know, that he's like okay. Maybe it's a little thing that I have, whatever. So we made the music video. And in the music video, we were just laughing and whatever and everything. And he was still super indifferent, hated me. And I was like, oh, like I'm seeing him differently, and I don't like that. And I got into fights with my friends because they were like, you like him, Lele, you're starting to like him. You're starting to miss him. You're starting to miss the things that he used to do, send you flowers. He did this and this. You're starting to miss it because he left and you don't have it anymore. And I was like, no, I don't like Guayna. I don't like him. Fuck you. Like, I don't like Guayna. And then we started to get to know each other more, Guayna and me and everything. And my God, I started to miss him. And I was like, oh my God, I miss him. And I told him, I was like, I think I really like you. And he was like, well, I don't. You're gonna have to prove to me that you actually do like me. Like, does she love me? Or I don't want to get something with you, Lele, and then you're gonna leave. He doesn't have time for that, you know? So he's like, if you really love me, like, I want to see that you love me. Not because you say it because I'm ignoring you. And I did everything in my power to prove to him that I loved him, that I wanted to win him back. He said, win me back, he said. And I did everything possible to win him back.
Like what?
I would do parties, hoping that he would come to the parties, you know, like, and see me there. You know, like in high school, like there's no high school, so now you have to make the parties. You know, in high school, you're like, oh my God, I hope he's there. I hope he's there. Maybe he'll, you know, to run into each other. I would do that. I would be like, hey, have you ever talked to Guaina? Like, you know, say something nice about me or something. Say I'm pretty. You know, like when everyone in high school has done it. Like if he asks about you, like say that I'm nice or something.
Working it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I said all that stuff, and then what else have I done? I did many things. I mean, yeah, like all that stuff. I never like went out to look for him. I don't know where he was, but I try to find moments where I can see him, you know, so I can actually talk to him or flirt with him, because he blocked me. So there's no way of me even being with him. So I did everything, I guess, that I could have, and then he still didn't like me. And I left to LA, and then a month later, he came and he was like, let's try it. And then everything was more calm and good and collective. Everything was more calm and good. And then we became where we become now. We were in love. We were really good to each other. But there was obviously that. So when I said this story, many people cut the part that he wanted me and all that stuff, and cut to I met him that way, like I did all this stuff to meet him. You know what I mean? People thought that the way that I met Guaina was by me doing, like by doing all this stuff, and that's how he met me. But no, I didn't meet him like that. That was like me getting him back. You know what I mean? He came first, left, and then I did everything.
But who cares about the other one? What's wrong with that? You like a guy, you do things that you're gonna meet him.
Yeah,
I think it's great.
I think
it's fucking great.
That's the problem. I was too honest with what I did. And when you're too honest and you're not private, people will get into you and be like, she stalked him. She manipulated him. She did all this stuff. She harassed him. They told me, and I was like, but I never did this. Yeah. He's a grown man. Like, he knows I did parties for him. He knows I told his friends that to please like talk good about me. He knows I did everything. My God, I don't know what else. My God, what else did I do? I don't remember what I said in the interview. Yeah, I did a lot.
So here's a guy who's straightforward with you, who likes you, who tells you he likes you, and then he tells you he loves you. I was single 7.5 years before I met my amazing wife, Madison. We've been together now 10 years, most amazing wife in the world. But when I was single for 7.5 years, if I liked a woman, I would send her a note that night. I'd say, I really enjoyed meeting you. I'm looking forward to a second date. Yeah. If you'll go out with me, I'd send them flowers. And you know what? The advice I got from people is, dude, what are you doing? This is stupid, you know?
Yeah, people were like, oh my God, like it wasn't authentic.
Yeah.
Bro,
no,
let me tell you something. Yeah, keep going.
People are saying, hey, you know, lay off, you know? Like women don't like it when you are, in this case, a nice guy. I was getting advice, don't be a nice guy. Women like bad boys. And obviously, a lot of them don't, but some of them do. There's a lot of people there who are your followers who like what would be known as bad guys, right? I mean, not bad human beings, but you know, hey man, don't come after me. Right? I need you to not to tell me right away how much you like me.
So the thing here is, yes, we love bad boys. I love bad boys, and Guaina was so nice to me. Guaina was amazing. Guaina was not a bad boy, and that's why I was like, you know. So a couple months later, after, you know, moments, I was like, my God, I deserve a nice guy. What the hell am I doing? I had a nice guy right here, and I let him go because I told him thank you when he loved me, you know. And then I met him, and I realized what I had, and I did not, you know, cherish it. And then that's why I was like, I have to do everything that I can in a not a legal way, you know, right. Like in a legal way, right. To win him back, because I had him. And I did all that stuff. And honestly, people were like, wow, she's crazy, she did all this. And I was like, yes, I did a lot. But look at me now. I am happy. He's worth fighting for. I would 100% do the same thing because I have the best man I could have ever asked for. And all of my friends, sorry, are breaking up. And me and Gwen are super in love. Like, you know, so then we have very, very, very stable, we're good. We're really good to each other. And it's hard to find, I'm sorry, it's really hard to find in this stage, like a really stable, like everything, you know, like best friend almost relationship. Like it's hard.
Why do women, and why did you like bad guys?
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah.
I like what I can't have. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's
like,
so good. So many people.
Yeah. If you're a bad guy, I'm like, makes me feel like I need to win him over. You know, like he's bad to me. We like the thrill. We like the going after someone. You know what I mean? We don't like it easy. Many girls don't like it easy. You know, we don't like that. We don't like too much attention. We like to fight. So he was amazing. And he actually didn't become a bad guy, but he was a nice guy who became hard to get there. So that was perfect. But but I liked the worst guys. I really had a horrible relationships, horrible relationships, really bad.
And then at some point you said, okay, it's time. And by the way, all the women who didn't want to go out with me, who didn't like me, and there were tons of them, you know, you're too straightforward, you're clean cut, whatever, and I dated the wrong women while I was looking for the right woman. And then when I found Madison, I met her, I flew to New York, you know, take her to dinner. I lied, I'm coming out there for the Frieze Art Fair. I wasn't coming out there for the Frieze Art Fair, and we went out 2 nights, I stayed the weekend, and then we got engaged 3 months later. So I think you gotta go after what you want. And I remember the night before.
They always ask me. Oh, keep on going.
The night before, I'm at a dinner at Giorgio Baldi, amazing restaurant in Santa Monica, and I'm with a very interesting group of people, famous director next to me. We're talking about dating in Los Angeles. He said, hey, you know, what do I have to do this weekend? I said, well, I'm actually going to New York to take a woman to dinner. And he looked at me and he said, dude, you're a fucking loser. You have to go to New York to go out on a date. And I said, well, I met her a few years ago. We became texting friends. I mean, I texted her 3 times, then she made a post and on Facebook, going to Hawaii with my boyfriend, and you know, I can't wait 2 weeks. And I said, oh, is this the engagement trip? And she wrote back, hardly. And then I sent, you know, a text, oh God, you know, you're too great, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then I checked in with her 4 days later. And she said, I said, how's the trip going? Oh, we broke up. I'm like, all right, great. I said, I'd like to come to New York and, you know, take you to dinner. And so do it now, because if you miss it by a second, if some guy gets in there first, I had insider information, right? In the corporate world, you go to jail for this, but in the loving world, it's like first in time, and I got really, really lucky. I saw that guy 4 years later, the director. I'm like, hey, so you know the dinner we had 4 years ago at Giorgio Baldi? He said, yeah, well, I gotta tell you, he's like, I fucking know, I heard it, congratulations.
Oh my God. You see? I think that one of the things that Guaina liked about me, I never lied about any of this stuff to him. He knew everything I did. And he liked me because I worked so hard to get him, to win him back. I did a lot. Crazy shit I haven't even said, but he knows them all. And he loves them. And you know, like, it's good to know that somebody fought for you. Yeah. It's good to know.
Yeah.
And I feel like your wife is so lucky. Like,
oh, thank you.
It's the truth. Like,
I'm luckier than she is, by the way.
You know, it's great. Oh, that's,
yeah.
It's, you know what? It's something that people say, and I'm like, no, I'm very against it. It's like, people are like, oh, you got married, you're good. That's when it starts. That's when you have to work the hardest. When you get married, it's not like, oh, I'm married. I got married. I made it. No. When you get married, you have dates. You try. You give details. You do stuff. You continue. It's not because check, I got married. All good now. We're all good. You're not good. This is where it starts. And me and Guaina have something that we have, like, every single day we try to, not seduce, how do you say it? We try to, not conquer, how do you say, to make each other fall in love with each other again and again and again, every single time. New ways.
at my wedding, an amazing rabbi named Steve Leader gave great advice. He said the two most important words in any marriage are "I'm sorry," and it's very profound when you think about it, because you have to put your partner's needs above your own. That's one of the most important ingredients of a successful marriage. Yeah. And the ability to say I'm sorry, not only in a marriage but in a life, is just so important.
It's a team. You gotta stop pretending like you're not involving the other person. The person's involved. You're a team. Like, you have to think for him too, or for her, you know?
So in all of our life, we have role models, idols that we want to meet one day. You had a few: Sofia Vergara, Shakira, and at some point after one of her concerts, you met Shakira. You posted, "This is the best night of my life."
Still is.
I waited 20 years to meet her. Wait, it's the best night of your life?
Still.
More than your wedding night?
Probably, yeah.
More than your wedding night?
I was drunk. I don't remember.
You were drunk?
No, I love my wedding night.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Why was it so
10?
great?
10, top 10.
Okay, top 10? I mean, top 3?
No, top 10.
Top 10?
Top 10, for sure. Like, I can tell you that for sure.
Okay, what was so great about meeting her?
I mean, it's like meeting someone that, like, it's like a manifesting thing. Like, I've always wanted to meet her. Years of anticipation, and the moment arrives, and everything that you ever wanted. You know, it's very rare. Usually people meet their idol and it's not what they think. And it was everything I thought. Everything was perfect. She's amazing. As I said, she has helped me many times with my mental health. So meeting the person that has helped me, it's like, that's when you know I made it. I'm famous. I made it. To that room. I'm famous. I'm good. I'm done. Like, she's she's such a great role model, and I need to take advantage that she's alive. So.
You've kept in touch with her? You've become good friends with her?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No.
You only met her once? One and done?
2 times. Every single time I black out. I don't know what I said.
You black out?
I black out every single time. I don't know. I'm actually very passionate about things when I love them. So I'm very passionate about being like a Shakira's fan. So I'm a very passionate fan.
Have you met Sofia Vergara?
Yeah, she's great. But it's more, I love Sofia Vergara, but I would like actually do something with her. Like, I was like a friend. But
You're friends with her?
Like, no, I'm not. But I'm just saying, like, Shakira is more of like I put her in a pedestal, you know, and Taylor Swift. Like, I'm obsessed with Taylor Swift.
Wow,
like,
that's your.
Yeah, like, but really,
that's
people
your cover
don't.
Photo.
People
Taylor
don't really.
Swift.
People don't really know that much, because Taylor Swift has the best fan base, such a big fan base, and I feel like I don't want to just like intrude. So I'm like a huge Taylor Swift fan, but I'm not gonna because, you know, like, it's very, like, it's like a club, you know? And I'm like, I really want to join the club. I've been a fan for a long time, but I really don't want to get rejected by the club. So I don't say anything.
Did you meet her at one of her concerts?
No.
Didn't go backstage?
No.
Did you buy tickets on
Of
Ticketmaster?
Of course I did that.
Yeah,
but I
but you
met her.
probably knew somebody, right? You say, hey, get me some good ticks?
No, I bought them. My husband bought them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I met Sofia Vergara once.
Yeah?
Yeah. I haven't told this story before. I've told parts of it, but I'll you know, we've shared a lot of things with each other, and I've shared some things that I've never shared before. So here we go. So I have a nice home in LA. I was very fortunate at a young age to build my dream home. I'm very lucky. And by the way, there isn't a day that I don't drive in my long driveway with a gate and just say, gosh, you know, I'm so lucky to live here, and I'm so grateful. So Modern Family wants to do a photo shoot at my house.
Yeah.
And Sofia Vergara is coming.
Oh my God.
And I'm pumped.
Yeah.
And I'm single. And I can't wait to just, you know, take my shot.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Right?
Yeah.
There's another celebrity, and I'll tell this story as well. But so she comes, and, you know, they have a makeup. We have a guest house. She's in there doing the makeup, and then she does the shoot, and then she's taking a break. I said, oh, I'm Randy. I'm the homeowner here, and I said, would you like to have dinner sometime? And she looked at me and she said, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but this is exactly what she said.
Yeah.
She said, sure, I'd love to. It's not like you're going to rape me or anything.
Oh my goodness.
What the fuck
why
is that?
Why do I see her saying that?
I'm like, what? What? How?
Oh my
Excuse
God.
me? Excuse me?
I love.
So she gave me her phone number. And you know how many great dinners we had?
How many?
0.
None.
0. Ghost.
Oh my God.
Ghost.
Oh,
But hey, you know,
okay.
you gotta take a shot.
Yeah.
So many celebrities, influencers I know, you know, they meet people who they date, they slide into their DMs, right?
Of course.
It's tough because how else are you gonna meet someone? You know, you can't call CAA or Endeavor and say, oh gosh, you know, I'm Randy Kaplan. I'm a nobody, and hey, I'd like to date this movie star. That's not going to happen. So, I'm sure a lot of your friends, and maybe when you were single, people were sliding into your DMs.
I never checked any.
Never.
I swear to God.
You don't check any of your DMs.
I don't check my request stuff. Like I can't tell you I've had a DM from a guy, a famous person. No, and if I have, I haven't seen it.
Not a famous person. Well, okay.
Or even people. I don't.
You don't read your DMs?
No, not really. No, I swear, I don't.
Oh.
I don't know why. I guess I forgot that part of the app.
All right. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, when I was single, I wanted to meet people who I was attracted to, and you know, because I think you can't have a good relationship unless you are. And you know, sometimes you meet people. I take very nice vacations. I'm very grateful, can afford them. And sometimes there's interesting people. You go to Four Seasons, and you know. By the way, Kristen Bell was at the Four Seasons, by the way, one time, and I had gone to the resort, the one in Kona. I'd been there 20 times, right? 2 times a year. Kids vacation. Kids love it. We love it. And I'm the guy that takes 1,000 photographs of my kids, right? We have pictures of us jumping into the pool, you know, with our feet up in the air, whatever. So I'm taking photos. Security guard comes up to me and says, "Hey, you know, no photos." And he works there. I mean, and I said, "Well, what do you mean?" He said, "Well, you know, there's someone here who's very well known." And I said, "Yeah, I know." And he said, "And he doesn't want you taking photos." I said, "I don't give a flying fuck if he doesn't want me to take." I said, "I've been here a bunch of times, and I'm going to take photos all day long. And if he doesn't like it, he'd get the fuck out of here, because my money is just as good as his money." On that same trip, there was an actress who I had seen in a movie. She had won a whole bunch of things. She was married, and you know, sometimes you look at someone for a little extra second and you say, "All right, well, you know, is that like extra second, right?" I'm married, she's married, nothing weird going on. And then I see her a few years later at Soho House in LA. You've been to Soho House, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
A million times, right? I'm sure you hang out there. I mean, it's like it's a very cool spot. So I see her there, and again, like, she didn't recognize me, I don't think, but again, she was with a guy. I wasn't. I was single, and I gave her an extra long look. And she didn't look away. So I said, "Okay, whatever." And I didn't know. I went up to her and I said, "Oh, by the way, you know, we met at the Four Seasons, you know, a long time ago." And said, "Okay." And the guy's there. Maybe he was 4 feet away, so he didn't hear what I was saying. I said, "So good to see you again." So I said, "All right, well, how am I going to get a hold of her? I know people at CAA. I know senior people there. My first wife, Laura, used to work for Ron Meyer, who ran CAA for a long time." So I said, "Gosh, how am I going to do this?" So I found out her production company, right? They've got a number. So I sent over, I don't know if it was like 24 roses, and I said, "It was so nice to see you last night, and I'd love, you know, take you to dinner." Nothing, right? I'm like,
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, well, you know, that didn't work.
Keep going.
So two months later, I get a call.
Yeah.
And she said, "Hey, I know I sent these. I don't check my messages. No one told me that you sent these roses." And I just said, "Hey, I'm flattered." She said, "I'd love to go out with you, but the guy I was with is my boyfriend." I said, "Well, okay, great." I said, "How did you meet him? I'm just curious." She said, "I'm walking down the street in France, and he came up to me, and he asked me for a cup of coffee."
Oh.
I thought that was crazy. I thought that was crazy.
That's fucking.
An Oscar winner, award-winning actress, some dude in France, by the way, who has no job. He doesn't work. And he goes, I found that very interesting. So I think it's interesting to be an influencer, actor, actress, musician, because it's hard to meet high-quality people. I think that's the message of my story.
You probably don't know any of my boyfriends, because you they're not famous.
Yeah. You've said that life is like a fight, and it's like a great boxer. What does that mean?
I think I said that.
Yeah.
I said that. When? Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Life is like a fight, and it's like a great boxer. Well, I feel like boxers get a lot of obstacles, not just one. You know, it's a lot of obstacles, and some knock you down, and some you win. So I think, you know, like, but you're stable. You're in one place, and then you keep on going in and out and in and out. And there's those people that help you and give you advice, and whether you take them or not. So it's like life. I feel like life is like that. You know, it's all about obstacles. It's all about the fight. It's all about you win or you lose. And when you win, it's amazing. And when you lose, everyone knows, and everybody's around, everybody remembers, and everything. It's like a boxing match, and it's tough. But at the same time, at the end, it all kind of sorts out. You know how the like, boxers are like, you know, it all sorts out. It's only for like one night.
You gotta get up again. You gotta get up again.
Get up again.
Let's talk about success and work ethic, which I believe is the most important ingredient to our success, hands down.
Yeah.
Talk about your work ethic. You're doing it just 7 days a week. Do you ever take a day off? What's your work day like?
I have. It's annoying because like the ideas that I give, I don't really like to like. I like to do ideas that no one else has done, like my videos. I really try. So it's like if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It might be a week I don't post because I didn't get an idea. It might be a day that I get 5 ideas and I shoot them all. You know. So it's a wave. It's a big wave. So I think. It depends on what's going on. I am actually right now better than before, because before it was just every single day, and now I'm more calm. I've done that. I've lived that, and I'm more. Now I want to start a family. I want to be with Guina. I want to be calmer. Like, yeah, that's what I want.
One of the things that's made me very successful is something I call extreme preparation. Okay. So that means preparing more than anybody else. Always being the most prepared person to step foot in any room. How has extreme preparation led to your success?
I think it's because, well, Vine was gonna die. I was prepared to go somewhere else. I already had that platform, Instagram, to go to. Evolving and transitioning before anybody else, that's preparation, you know? Same with, you know, like TikTok, right? Let's say that. If TikTok gets banned or whatever, you have 6 months. What are you gonna do? Prepare yourself when that happens. You have 6 months. What are you gonna do? For example, you know, don't wait until the last minute to do stuff. If I have a video idea, if I want to do something, start now thinking about it for next year. If you know next year you want to be in a movie, or you want to, I don't know, make an album, go to singing classes. Years prior, you know what I mean? Like preparation. And I also don't do things that I'm not prepared in. I don't like it. I will not go to anything that I'm not prepared. I don't do that. I'd rather not go than if I'm not prepared.
So your team has told you, drink tea in the morning, hot tea in the morning, don't scream at concerts.
Yeah, actually, yeah. But not my team, myself.
Yourself. So those are
an
extremely
example.
important. Yeah,
But that's an example, though.
Most people don't think about that. You know, you got to save your voice. You're a singer. You're a content creator.
Don't smoke. Don't do drugs.
Don't smoke. Don't do drugs.
Yeah.
What are the? Let's shift gears for a second to talk about money. You ever been motivated by money? Never.
I'm really bad money. I'm bad with money.
But did you ever say, shit, you know, this is my first $1 million?
Oh,
you know?
yeah, no, I'm super grateful. No, money is one of the most important things. But I want enough to be stable and good. I'm not here trying to like get, like if I had a lot of money, right? I would use it, for example, to travel, know about the world. Iceland, I just went to Iceland. I want to go to Africa. I probably wouldn't use it for a car. I'm good with my Toyota. Like, you know, I just want to, you know, transportation, you know?
You have a Toyota right now?
Yeah.
What model?
I don't even know. I have a picture though. Yeah,
you don't know what
I don't.
Model you have?
No, I don't really, like, I'm not so materialistic.
How old is your car?
I don't know. Can you tell by looking at it?
I'm not a car guy, but I'm going to have a look.
Okay. This model?
I think, yeah, it's a little kind of mini hatchback, mini SUV.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Not fancy.
No. I mean, I have a house because it's a good investment, and I love that for sure. But I'm not like, I don't have anything on. Like even my wedding ring is in a box because I don't want to like lose it, and it's not. I don't really like, you know, like This is my pajama. But I put like
It's
this.
a good-looking pajama.
It's a
by the way.
beautiful fucking pajama, and
Yeah.
I wear it all the time with a heel. It looks like it's not.
You sleep in that pajama? It's got some things that could fall off.
I don't sleep in it, but it's like very comfortable. It's like something that you would sleep with. I'm very comfortable. I do like to use money for like travel, my family, the future of my kids, stuff like that. But I don't and I've used it in really horrible moments too, like for parties. I should have not used it for fucking parties. But I'm trying right now. I'm more mature to use it for the future. If I want to make a movie, for example, saving it, you know.
I think people would be shocked that that was your car. I think most people would think you have a very nice car. Do you fly first class? You fly coach?
Yeah, there should be people out there who have seen me in coach and taken pictures of me.
But
sometimes I fly in first class, but no, not really.
But you make a lot of money.
Yeah, but I want to save for like other things.
What's your financial goal in the next 3, 5, 10 years?
My financial goal. Like, does it have to be a number?
My goal was I want to be a millionaire by the time I was 30 years old. You know, at some point I said, God, I want my net worth to be $10 million. And at some point in LA, a minimum nice house in a nice suburb is $5 million, right? So it keeps, as you keep getting a different lifestyle, the number gets higher.
I would love 10 million, but why though? Not for me. I would love it for the future of my grandchildren, my kids. Yeah.
So you're saving for the future.
Yes.
And you have people who are advising you to save your money, and you have good financial advisors?
Yes.
Explain how the money works when you're an influencer. You get paid CPM, certain...
I mean, everybody gets like a percentage, you know? Like you get a brand deal, everybody gets a percentage.
Right. So it's views on the platforms. They fill them with ads.
Yeah.
Sponsors.
Yes.
Brand partnerships.
Yes, brand partnerships with them.
Appearances.
Yeah. Appearances. Yes.
So if you have 1 million views on YouTube, what does an influencer make?
I don't know. I mean, with 1 million views right now, Snapchat is going crazy. Snapchat is like amazing.
They're paying more because they want to attract the content creators.
Really good, but honestly, it all depends. Like I have never been really good with money. Like I'm really like, when I say good, I've never been really. I should have been more on top of it. I usually have someone on top of it because I just create, and then like I'm someone that like I probably got fucked over many times, but now I know better.
How old were you when you made your first $1 million?
19. 19, yeah, I think so.
Did you say, "Holy shit, I'm a millionaire at 19"?
I literally was just like, Mama, like, what do we do with it? Like what do you want to do? And I saved it. I was like, okay, I don't know what to do with it. I don't know because I don't want to be stupid, and I've been stupid with it, you know? I've been stupid. So like now every time I get money and everything, I'm like, okay, how much you have to know what goes in, what goes out. Like that's very important. Before it was like my mom took care of everything because I had no experience, nothing. But I wanted more money because I liked the look of my mom's face. She was so happy. She was like very proud, and I was like, I like that. The feeling of making my parents proud.
My parents were proud when I made money too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like, okay, that's keeping me to.
It feels nice. Did you buy yourself 1 or 2 extravagant things, a new watch, or obviously you didn't get yourself a new car?
No, I didn't. No, you should smell the car. I need to change that. Maybe get like another car, not a big one. But let's see. What did I buy? I bought a house. A house. That's nice.
In Miami?
Miami Shores.
And you bought it before you were married?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And then husband moved in your house with you?
Yes. Yeah.
Is it big enough for kids?
Yes. Yeah.
Are you excited to have kids?
I would love to have kids.
How many kids do you want?
3.
And boys, girls?
Boys. Boys are for the mom, and the girls for the dad.
I love it. Girl dad.
You know, like daddy's little girl, mom, a mama's boy. You know, like those little things, like because like boys like protect the mom a lot. Like I don't know if you with your mom you have a good relationship, but like
I have a great relationship with my mom.
Yeah, it's so different. And then girls with dads, it's just like it's different. It's like I don't know. That's really cute.
I have 5 kids, 4 girls.
Oh wow.
Twin girls.
So you're amazed. You're happy. Why not one's a girl?
Yeah, I mean, it's the best thing. You know, someone told me, they gave me great advice. My friend Rick Rivera, who had 4 kids under 5 when I met him 20-something years ago, 30 years ago, and he said, "You'll find out the meaning of life when you have kids." And boy, that was an understatement. It's the most incredible thing. You take away all my money, I
love that feeling.
Homes. Yeah, I mean, it's great.
Take my car.
You're going to be in for something amazing. As we get near the end of the show, I want to talk about the importance of giving back. You have a huge platform. You can influence a lot of people. Talk about the charity concert you did and Richard Branson setting the plane.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, in that moment, like that was a very intense moment because I kind of felt.
Well, tell people what it is, who Richard Branson is, if you don't know, and then he'll just call you up and
Live
say,
Aid. Yeah.
Yeah. The Venezuelan
Live.
concert.
It was Richard Gere is like, he's a billionaire.
Richard Branson. Yeah.
Richard Branson is like a billionaire who helped do a charity event in Venezuela. What year? 2018?
I think it's 2018, 19.
17 or something. And it was in the border between Venezuela and Colombia. And it was a concert that we did, many people, me and other, to raise awareness of what was going on with Venezuela at the time. And it was a Live Aid. It was like, what was it? It was like to give, to raise money.
To raise, I mean, Venezuela was to unite the Venezuelan people, and that's things are not good in Venezuela these days.
It was to raise awareness and raise money for Venezuelan people, and it was apparently later it was like it didn't go as planned with me for sure.
What happened?
As someone that left very early in Venezuela, I understand it's like it's easy to go back, do a concert and leave and go back to your life, So I wish when I did that, I really wish I did more. My God, I wish I did more. I wish it wasn't an appearance. There's a difference between an appearance and actually making something a consistent habit of doing something, I probably got, it's like people were like, oh, she got probably paid to just stand there and do it. Like, there's actual problems. Like, you want to do something, donate. You want to do something, promote constantly on your page. Go to Venezuela. I can't go, apparently. I can't explain why I can't go. I would love to go to Venezuela. I cannot explain why I can't go.
You're not allowed on the show, or you're not allowed?
Venezuela.
Oh, Venezuela won't let you go.
I can't explain why, but I would love. Okay. I will. I promise. I will.
Okay.
I will go.
Sorry, just to be clear, there's a reason why you can't go, but you can't talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. I would love to.
Okay. Yeah. You're a Venezuelan citizen. You became a U.S. citizen when you were 23 years old.
Yes.
How much importance did that have in your life? And
I'm very grateful to be Venezuelan. I'm very grateful to be a citizen in America. I'm grateful for everything. I swear to God, like, I am who I am today because of Venezuela. I'm today because of where I am, the people that I surround myself with in America, 100%. And I'm very lucky. My God, I'm very lucky that Venezuela is beautiful. And I'm very lucky to be a Venezuelan because the people there, it's just really, for me, I'm very, in Miami, we're very united. Like, Marco, like, I'm gonna shout out Marco, Corinna Smith, Elena Rose, Danny Ocean, all these people that are here in Miami. Like, I like the community that have come from Venezuela and come to Miami.
I want to switch back, going to content creation.
Yeah.
Where do the ideas come from, and can you give 3 amazing ideas that are coming out of the show today?
Okay, content creation. Like,
yeah, where do the ideas come from?
Oh my God. Okay, let me explain. The ideas.
Yeah.
The ideas come from literally whatever happens, whatever experience is going on in my brain, whatever's happening. I see something funny. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make that into something. That's how the ideas come. All the ideas that I have are just, some of them are really weird because my brain was going through something weird at the moment. But yeah, it's like inspiration. You have to be inspired. It's not like something you're gonna go right now in Google and be like, what are funny ideas to post? No.
Are there any funny ideas coming out of the show today?
I mean, for sure. You know what I mean? Like,
you gotta come up with some good ones.
I feel like, but for example, in this show, it's not about funny because there's moments here that people are gonna actually, because I'm talking, people are gonna have to relate to moments that have been actually short, because it has to be like 30 seconds.
Right. Yeah.
Productive, straight to the point, but has a really powerful meaning. That's what I would post, for example. You know what I mean?
We've had a lot of those moments.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes. And that's what when I was thinking, I was like, that would be a good moment to post.
Before we finish today, I want to ask some more open-ended questions. I
Yeah.
call this part of my podcast, Fill in the Blank to Excellence. Are you ready to play?
Yeah.
The biggest lesson I've learned in my life is?
Love yourself. Love yourself more.
My number one professional goal is?
My number one professional goal is learn to take criticism.
My number one personal goal is?
My number one professional goal. I want to be a movie director.
What are you doing towards advancing that goal?
I want to do animated films first. I want to try to do that.
Self-funded, get funding from somebody else?
I want to, yeah. Like, I know some people that do animated films, like just like my friends, and I want to actually create something very small, 5 minutes, you know? But you start small. So.
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
My biggest fear is?
My biggest fear is forgetting.
The craziest thing that's happened in my career is?
Craziest thing that has happened in my career is marrying Guina, because that came from a song. So it's pretty much crazy as well. Crazy.
The one thing I've dreamt about doing for a long time.
Actually, no, Dancing with the Stars. That's not, yeah, cool. I'm gonna shout them out. Okay, craziest thing in my career, Dancing with the Stars.
The one thing I've dreamed about doing for a long time but haven't is?
The one thing that I've dreamed about doing but haven't yet is having kids.
If you were president of the United States today, what was the first thing you would do?
Make Taylor Swift president. Because why would I ever? I'm not a good president. I feel like, I don't know. I like her. I would vote for her.
If she ran, she would win by a landslide, I think. I mean, you know, her age demographic is young, but crazier things have happened before. Yeah. If you could meet one person in the world, who would it be?
If I could meet her, Taylor Swift.
If you go back in time and give your 21-year-old self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Take breaks. Take many breaks.
The one question you wish I'd asked but didn't is?
Wow. You've asked everything. Okay. What are your next goals in life, like this year?
What are your next goals in life this year?
Oh, okay, cool.
God, I can't believe I thought of that.
I want to go to India, and I want to learn the culture, and I want to do content there. I actually want to go there and just do content, learn about the culture, collab, be with people, make music there. Yeah.
Because you want to lean into your fans there, or just because you
because my dad is going.
Oh, your dad's going to India?
Yeah, my dad wants to live in India.
Wants to live there?
Yeah.
What makes him want to live there?
He's a spiritual person.
Okay.
Very spiritual person. And he was there for like 30 days. He wants to go. And then I'm like, okay, I want to go too. And then when I said that I wanted to go, a lot of people were like, I want to collab. And I was like, okay, great. Collaborations. I'm going to be with my dad. I want to learn the culture. It's amazing. Bollywood, movies, everything. Yeah, I want to go.
I love it. This has been an amazing show, by the way. I think you're incredibly amazing role model. Congratulations on your incredible success.
You too. Thank you for crying with me.
It's a real moment. It's a real show.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
To be honest, out of all the interviews that I've done, and I've done a lot, I feel like two things with this interview. You were actually very prepared with all the questions, but you actually listened to every single one. And you made me say things that I didn't feel comfortable because I didn't feel like that person had good intentions, and I feel like you do. You know, I feel like you actually give a shit. And so thank you. Thank you for being prepared. Thank you for knowing my stuff, my life. Not a lot of people knew many things that you did, so.
And I guess one last thing we didn't talk about, and we'll put this in the show. What are you working on that we can help promote?
I'm a curious person, because honestly, tomorrow I might change everything. Not yet, because like going to India is me, you know, but not yet. Maybe music when it comes out.
My friend Eric Garcetti, who is the mayor of Los Angeles, is now U.S. ambassador to India. So when you go there, and if you want to meet him, I will set that up.
Yeah, there you go.
He's an amazing guy.
That'd be amazing.
So I'll make that happen.
That'd be great.
If it's something that you want to do.
Yeah, I'm going.
It's very cool. I think you'd enjoy it.
I would love that.
I'm not going to India.
Anything that can help me when I go to India?
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. You're amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.